Arca Bulls family, hello everybody. You know how it is already, man. Throw some A's in the chat if you can hear your boy. Throw some big ol' A's in the chat. Mark Roach, Arca is 30 seconds late. Do not do that to me again. What is up, people? Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by. Throw those A's in the chat. Hey! All right, so what is the chat saying? What is up, everybody? My goodness. Safe Pop Culture. Lonnie Lake, how you doing? Harsh. Roberto Gonzalez, what's up? My moderators, Hound. Samantha, how you doing, guys? Good to see you here. Thank you so much for everything that you do. Lion of all trades, Eddie, what's up? Manuel. Oh my goodness. Guys, Nia, I think that was Yusuf. Man, thank you so much for your donation, my friend. Really appreciate you. We'll go ahead and stick ATXI somewhere in there today, and we'll get that going, okay? Roberto Gonzalez, thank you so much for your donation, my friend. I really appreciate you. B, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Really appreciate you guys here, man. Jimmy Jones, what's up, man? Christopher, what's up? So we have KYP in the chat. We have Mark Roach also, man. What's up, Mark Roach? Sebastian Lim, I got you, my dude. So you're trying to look at ticker symbol FNGR and WULF, right? You're still playing that? You're still playing those tickers, my bro? Is that what you're longing right now? I know we've been blah 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 blah. I know we've been actually covering it for some time now, and it has been doing some pretty significant moves to the upside. Please tell me that you're in the green, my bro. Joe H, what's up, man? T Wood, what's up with you? Oh my goodness, you guys, really good to see everybody in here. M9, what is up, man? Oh, goodness gracious. You guys, it feels like it's been forever, my bro. So, I mean, I'm talking about since it feels like we haven't done any trading at all. That's because we haven't. Oh, my goodness. I was so tempted to actually get back into crypto and started I wanted to see if I can start making some trends and stuff, but then I realized there are so many things to take care of for the Arca Bulls family. So I have continued developing the strategies for the new indicators, the Crypstex indicators. So that is going to be coming along shortly, okay, you guys? So I want you to know that I'm definitely not forgetting any of that stuff. And I know, oh, actually, I see right here, Roberto Gonzalez, what are you telling me? You're telling me PDPG? We'll go ahead and stick it in there somewhere, my friend. So I really appreciate you guys. Please remember, you guys, that we did have a few tickers and also a few donations from the last live stream that we did, and we need to go ahead and take care of those as well, okay? So I know we got Sebastian Lim over here asking me also for that ticker symbol WULF, okay? It's looking very good, but remember, guys, it's looking really good for those Bitcoin miner tickers, because Bitcoin has actually been rallying to this massive upside, okay? So it's looking amazing thus far, okay, you guys? Very cool stuff. And yeah, you guys, Kareem Decker, what's up, man? Thank you so much for coming through with that donation. That's very nice of you, my bro. So you said, which one did you say you wanted? PRTY, right? Let's see. A lot of people asking me about that ticker PRTY. I was almost gonna cover it in a whole video today, but I needed to get a couple things out of the way. Oh, by the way, you guys, if you guys aren't already familiar with what I am talking about in the BBIG video, I'm referring to the video that I just released about a few minutes ago, okay? So if you're not familiar with what I am doing there, I need you guys to know that there is a link in the Discord, which is essentially going to take you to Twitter, and I'm going to be talking. Actually, I've been invited to be one of the speakers for the BBIG community tomorrow, okay, in a live space call. So make sure to refer to the link in the description below, where you'll find the Discord link. Okay, so go to the Discord link and then go right down into the strategy plays area where the BBIG ticker is. Okay, BBIG official thread. So I will be speaking about BBIG and also the whole chart that I put together today. regarding BBIG, okay, you guys? So I need you to know that I will be speaking there, okay? Definitely join me. It's gonna be 8 p.m. Eastern time, okay? So that's gonna be 8 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. We definitely want to let the markets close, of course, and then we'll go ahead and talk about this, okay? So I'm not sure that I'm gonna be able to still do the live stream tomorrow because of this, you know, the whole talk or the space call. So I'll just make sure to keep everybody updated with that, okay? So definitely make sure to head over to the Discord and get that link, okay, you guys? And definitely, so moderator Samantha coming through with the like. Definitely, guys, please make sure, if you haven't already done so, please make sure to hit that like button. And make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. All of the links are below for you to consider. You know, maybe actually you want to come and say hi to me on Twitter, on Discord. Oh, another music. Jimmy Sam's saying banging music, man. Thank you so much, my bro. Really appreciate you, guys. I wanna make sure that you guys know that there are so many scammers in the comments when I post up a video, okay? Those people are saying the WhatsApp me and stuff. That's not me, okay, you guys? I just rest assured that I do not have. Abner Cruz, good to see you, my brother. Good to see you, man. Hope work is well. Hope the family is doing good. I know you're actually coming over here very late. I really appreciate you stopping by, my friend. Guys, anyway, so definitely know that I am not gonna publicize anything about WhatsApp, okay? I don't have that. All right, so these guys are saying these WhatsApp scammers, the Arca imposters, are saying, yo, you know what? Let me trade your account. I want to trade your account so that I can make you a bunch of money. We can work together. Guys, no. I do not have a WhatsApp. The only areas where I'm for sure active on are Twitter, Discord, and YouTube. My goodness, guys, hit the like button. I am not gonna ask you for your account information, okay? I am definitely not going to, you know, trade your accounts. None of that stuff, okay, you guys? So please know, okay? Keep that under heavy consideration that I am definitely not going to message you first either, okay, you guys? So Abner Cruz saying ACER. That was the one we covered on Friday, right, my bro? We can go ahead and cover it tonight. Just please, everybody, rest assured that I do have a few tickers that we need to take care of, you know, actually from the last live stream that we did, okay? We'll go ahead and go over that list shortly. I just need for everybody to know that, oh my goodness, how is this actually happening? Am I really recording? I don't know how this is the deal. Diamond Music Production, what's up, man? Keith, Finney, what's up? Thank you guys for stopping by. What's up, Beso Amy? I noticed you came by earlier and you did say something. I couldn't actually read it. Levi Christensen, what's up, man? So, guys, if I'm missing your comments, that's just because a few comments are just moving along kind of fast, okay? So, Lucky You, Caribbean, what's up, man? Oh, goodness, guys, there's actually a bunch of good plays that are coming in, okay? Hold on, let me try something right here. I gotta press this pause button. And is that actually happening? Okay, guys, I'm gonna ask you to throw some A's in the chat right here because I don't want to actually be recording. I want to make sure. Hold on just a sec. Don't put them in the chat just yet, okay? I want to make sure that I can stop recording because I don't want to be taking up my disk space. As I actually, I'm trying to find out a way to get my video streams to be, not the streams, the video recordings that I put up every single day. I want to get them to be louder because I'm getting a lot of requests for me to turn up the volume. So I think OBS may be that solution for me, okay, you guys? So and I had to flip the settings today because that BBIG video was actually the first one that I did with the new settings, okay? So if I get disconnected, I'm just gonna come right back in within seconds, okay? But I'm gonna make sure to ask you to just, you know, put the A's in the chat if you can still hear me, okay? I'm gonna press the stop recording right now, not the stop streaming. So guys, keep that in mind, okay? All right, so let me go ahead and press stop recording now. All right. Let me throw some A's in the chat and let me know that you are still there, guys. Throw some A's in the chat. Let me know that you're still there. Throw those A's in the chat. What is up, Hound? My dude. Okay, very good stuff. Now I know that this thing is actually starting to record me out of nowhere and streaming. Okay, so I'm not gonna record anymore, as YouTube is actually taking that recording for me. Okay, so this is very important. I was literally, for the last few minutes, however long we've been on, I've been actually recording as well into my disk. So I don't want that to be the case. You guys, thank you so much for being part of this experiment with me. I am absolutely wanting to make sure that I can provide the best content, provide the best results for the viewers, for the community. Okay, you guys, very much appreciate everybody. I'm noticing that the chat is getting a little larger. Please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and everything will be cool. And okay, you guys, T Wood, what are you saying? Arca, stupid question on the ARC-Series indicators for the long signal in the hour. Okay, so I know it means bull. What tells you how long until a short signal? Okay, very good question, T Wood. And this is actually something that I will be covering as well in the videos, but that doesn't mean I can't answer it for you right now, of course. So there is nothing to tell you how long. And why? Because price action is absolutely random. Okay, so meaning that there is a sense of a psychology thing within there. Okay, so the indicator can't tell if you like yourself are gonna sell your like 400,000 share position. You know what I mean? So if somebody just decides to get caught up in the itch, if you guys remember what that itch means, right? Oh my goodness! All right, if somebody just gets the itch to sell their position, the indicator can't tell that, because that's pretty much that's pretty much just what is it? It's just psychology. It's random. It's human. You know what I mean? So it's biological. So it can't read a biological response. So in a way, for you to be able to tell the possibilities within any time frame, I'm talking about not just the hourly, I'm talking about any time frame, you gotta look at the relevant supports under you or the relevant resistances above you. Okay, meaning that if you are in the hourly chart, take into consideration measuring the candle before. Okay, so just imagine that, pretend that we're on the hourly here on the chart. Okay, so if you want to gauge where we're gonna go, if we're on an upside trajectory, right, you just want to go ahead and take a couple things like this. Okay, maybe the prior candle, the prior hourly candle, you would say, okay, let me just go ahead and see where those relevant targets could be. And you already know that I talk about the golden mean very much often over here. Okay, so if the price action is here and we're going up, take the consideration of the previous candle swing high to the swing low, and this will give in the Fibonacci retracement, right? So that'll give you some upside targets and very likely targets for you to take profits at. Okay, usually found at the 1.618, maybe the 1.272. Yep, sorry guys, that's my little boy outside. And another thing for you to consider is also adding your moving averages. Okay, so in a shorter time frame is important for you to take into consideration. You guys take notes on this. Okay, this is important. Take under consideration your SMA 10. Okay, 10 days simple moving average. Take your 50-day simple moving average. Make sure to take also into consideration your 100-day simple and your 200-day simple. Okay, now if you're looking at the hourly and you want to look at more exponential, meaning closer to the price action, definitely consider. Yes, that's baby Arca right outside. He's over there saying, "Daddy, what are you doing inside talking to nobody? There is literally no sound in the studio except your voice." Okay, so in the shorter time frames, consider taking the 7 period and 30 period exponentials. Okay, so meaning EMA 7 and EMA 30. Sometimes people use the EMA 9. but I'm particularly a fan of the EMA 7 and the EMA 30. Okay, so as you know, as the price is moving up to the upside, onto the upside, then you'd be able to see that those are relevant areas that also have to do with this candle high, so chances are is that it's gonna stop there. Okay, so remember guys, when we're looking at the markets, when we're looking at the charts, it's not a game of certainty, it's a game of probabilities. Okay, so meaning that you would take the more probabilistic areas and take them into heavier consideration. Okay, and that could be a way for you to know what your upsides or downsides are going to be. The assistance from the indicators would be your long signal, noticing that there is buy pressure coming in, and the indicator is going to say, yo, you know what, this is long right now, maybe we can go ahead and enter the trade. So you make sure to get that long position in, set your tight stop in case you don't have that much of a conviction in the play, and then it moves to the upside, and you would definitely see those areas of confluence. Okay, and it would usually sell off at those areas, particularly to another one that you can use is actually the Arc Sniper. Okay, so Arc Sniper has the VWA P, okay, which is VWAP or VWAP, okay, the volume weighted average price. That's usually something very, very important that a lot of day traders and momentum traders, scalp style traders, take into heavy consideration when trading. So as long as you do have that VWAP up on the, I'm talking about maybe between the 5-minute and the hourly chart, maybe even the bi-hourly chart, you would for sure gain some type of understanding as to where we can find supports and resistances. Okay, so particular to that indicator, the VWAP is actually it's on the price action. Okay, so let's just go ahead and load it real quick. So we're gonna go to the invite only scripts like always, you guys, and we're gonna go ahead and load up Arc Sniper. Okay, so this is that instance of Sniper. The VWAP is actually the, let me just get the visibility away from all of the other things. Okay, so this yellow line on your Arc Sniper is VWAP. Okay, so this is a very important moving average, okay, that usually all kinds of short-term traders use. All right, so make sure to keep your eyes on that. Okay, that is a very, very important moving average. It's yellow, so if you already have your indicators, make sure to use that Arc Sniper. Okay, very good stuff. Very good question as well, my friend. I know that it was kind of a long answer, but it's actually, it requires me to answer it kind of long like that. Okay, because it's very particular. So you guys, thank you so much for everybody stopping by already. The chat is looking very nice. We're gonna go ahead and go over the list in just a second, and we'll get these tickers out of the way. Now, Abner Cruz, I'm speaking to you, my friend. If I don't get to that ticker symbol ACER within the time that you actually need to probably head to bed, I'll go ahead and put the timestamps in so that you can make sure to check it out in the morning after you do wake up. Okay, so I will make sure to look into that no matter what. I know there was a couple requests from last week. Okay, so we're gonna try to get to them as fast as possible. I did prepare a lot of those tickers. I did prepare a lot of those tickers in the, I'm talking about in the last hour or 2 hours. I was already preparing about 7 to 8 tickers that we need to cover. All right, so everything is looking pretty good. Okay, so yeah, actually, Sebastian Lim, INM looks bad. I don't know. Actually, you know what? This is supposed to be a video that I was going to release today, and I know that Cody Bauer was also asking me regarding this ticker, but no, you guys, that okay, so there are bearish divergences right now in play, okay, and they have been in play for a while, okay? So remember, the divergence is actually the opposition of price action versus momentum, okay? So momentum, we're using RSI for that momentum read. Okay, you guys, so know that there is still downside to be expected, but the downside may actually be very limited, okay? As I can actually see that downside may end up. Here's my short answer for you, okay? Just real quick, so we don't stray away from the plan over here too far. So 176 at the 1.618 to just above the 1.272 at about 184 would essentially be my area of reaccumulation before a continuation onto the upside. Okay, so the likelihood of the upside is still a little greater because we are breaking out of this descending channel. Okay, so we have test 1, 2, 3, and now we're on that test number 4, where we're just gonna potentially find a support and come back and reclaim the outside, and then we're gonna need to continue validating the newly converted resistance into support for a few days before continuing on to the upside. Okay, so this is only telling me that INM is going to be a little bearish coming into tomorrow, maybe potentially the next couple days, followed by a recovery to the upside, and then we're going to come back again and test our newly converted resistance into support before a continuation to the upside, just to reiterate. Okay, you guys, so very important things here right now. As another good thing is that in the macro, not a macro scale, in the larger time frames, we can already see that we're potentially building even a pennant right now. Okay, so the pennants, if you guys are not too familiar, are absolutely a form of, this is a bullish formation. Okay, so you can see that this is kind of what's happening right now, and usually they do have an upside continuation, which is very much pertinent to what we're talking about. We're just going to come back down here, test this low, we're going to recover it, come right back outside. If we're going to trade the ranges, we may hit this top of about 241, but don't count on that just yet. There's a lot of resistances here, including the 50-day simple moving average, which would then have us resist and then come back. Okay, so the safer play would actually be upon validation of our newly converted support resistance into support. Okay, so no, guys, definitely know that we can go ahead and look into things a little deeper before continuing that upside. Okay, you guys, so it is yeah, the INM is still looking pretty good, and the reason why I can tell you that the upside is still a continuation process is because if you start looking at the higher term time frames, the Brazil show, thanks so much, man, I just turned it down just a little bit for you. If you look at the higher term time frames, you can actually see that the upside actually starts way later. So 5-day chart, you're looking at upside on the RSI signal. The weekly has that upside as well. Okay, so this is going to be a multi-day sideways / bearish continuation for ticker symbol INM before a type of recovery. Okay, so definitely know that this is definitely you getting in at a very aggressive point if you are going to trade it. Okay, this would be essentially a long, kind of like a couple weeks long swing play, okay, if you will. So just know that there is that potential. Okay, you guys, be very careful with what you do in the markets. I'm not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment. Okay, you guys, just do your own DD and everything will be fine. I'm here to help though. Okay, you guys, I'm definitely here to help. I want to make sure that we can get as much information out there as possible. Okay, you guys. So man, actually, I did have are you talking, Samantha? Samantha, are you talking to me, or are you talking about someone in the chat? Because I was about to say something right now, and I don't know that would be the greatest idea. Okay, you guys. So yeah, you guys, we want to make sure that we don't talk about other YouTubers here. You guys, everybody is doing their due diligence. Everybody is doing their work, and everybody's just making sure that they can either provide for their families through their strategies. Okay, so just make sure that we can keep things as respectful as possible. Okay, you guys, I know that a lot of you have been seeing me talk to other YouTubers today, but know that everything is still in good sportsmanship. Okay, you guys, I definitely don't want to start any kind of drama. Okay, you guys, strategies are all strategies, and we all practice them differently as the markets do suggest that. Okay, the markets are absolutely huge. Okay, so there's space for all kinds of traders up in the market. Okay, all we gotta do is just make sure that to take any information that we receive from anyone, including myself and each other, take it in, with a grain of salt, and then make sure to do your own DD, perform your own analysis, and apply it into your criteria or your strategy, and you'll see that things are going to start looking pretty good for you as well. Okay, you guys, so everything is definitely good. I absolutely appreciate everyone in this chat. If you are new to the chat, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Refer to the links below, as the Twitter and Discord links are there as well. If you guys are so interested to go ahead and kind of chart alongside with me, make sure to check out the link for TradingView, as I am an accepted affiliate within their platform now, okay, you guys? So you starting an account with TradingView would absolutely help my trading future out. Okay, so now I see the chat balancing out just a little bit. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you so much, by the way. I got you. So please know that I will now actually, I'm sorry. Let's go over the list thus far, okay, you guys? So we already just went over that ticker symbol INM real quick. I wanted to make sure to get the Discord member Cody Bauer in line, as I know another member asked for that ticker symbol INM. I think a few people did, okay? So I just wanted to make sure to touch bases with that real quick, as it was a video that I was going to release today, but it's INM is looking like it's going to move a little slow, okay, you guys? So just beware of it. Keep your longs in check. Make sure your stop losses are tight. Make sure that you can absolutely manage your risk and remove some if you feel a little bearish, okay, you guys? So yeah, let's go ahead and go over the list thus far of tickers, okay, you guys? We have now done ticker symbol INM. That's good. So we're going to be looking over ticker symbol MGAM, MGAM. We're going to be looking at ticker symbol MARA, BITF. We're going to look at ticker symbol KALA, that's Kala, right? Also, we're going to be looking at ticker symbol GROM, which is actually for Abner Cruz as well. These are all the tickers that we actually had in request that we missed on the live stream, the last live stream, right, you guys? I want to make sure to give everybody that opportunity to look into their tickers of choice. Okay, then we're going to be looking at after GROM, we're going to be looking at SDIG, and we're also going to look into, we're going to try to get into the list CENN, ACER, PDPG, WULF, and that was ticker symbol FNGR, and also ticker symbol PRTY. Okay, so definitely a full list right here, but everything is looking cool thus far, okay, you guys? So I appreciate I'm gonna try to get to those people as well. So the donations from the previous chat or the previous live ticker, thank you so much for those donations, and thank you so much for the donations that you've already provided here today, you guys. Okay, thank you very much. I will make sure to try to get to you as soon as humanly possible, okay, you guys? So a very good thing here is that we've actually already prepared about 8 of those tickers ahead of time. As you can see here, I've already prepared many of those. Very good stuff. Yes, it's a big lineup, but we're gonna try to move along through these pretty fast, as I already have them prepared like this. You see, this is MGAM, this is BITF. I literally went over the list that we had to take into consideration earlier on today, just a few hours ago, and then I started preparing them so that we can get this list on the road, okay, you guys? So we're just gonna go ahead and give the chat about another 5 minutes before we get started and before we start looking at our first ticker, okay, you guys? So right now, I just want to say hi to you guys. I just want to see if you guys are saying anything funny. For example, Roberto Gonzalez saying, please respect this space. Absolutely, my friend. Thank you so much. Beso Amy, no YouTubers drama. Absolutely, we don't want any drama, you guys. Everybody's a friend. Everybody is good, okay? The markets are absolutely a free space and absolutely full of very intelligent people, very, very strategic things, okay? I love it all, you guys, just to say the very least. Mark Roach saying, yes, you guys, please know that this is not financial advice, okay, you guys? Oh my goodness. So yeah, you guys, let's see who else is saying anything funny over here. So Safe Pop Culture saying PDPG, yes please, thank you. Arca Performance Drink Group Inc. Okay, very good stuff, man. Very good stuff. I like it. Yeah, man. T-Wood disappointed in CEOS side by side for 2 more weeks. That price action, man, is not gonna move unless there is that volume, but it's pretty much primed for an upside. I'm not gonna lie, man. Harsh, what's up? Thank you. You're awesome, Arca. Thank you so much, man. Really, really appreciate you. Okay, Samantha H saying, my moderator Samantha saying, sounds like a great list. Absolutely, you guys. I definitely believe that this list is looking pretty good. So Diamond Music Production saying, just keep an eye, or a very close eye on that GTII ticker. Absolutely. We're going to go ahead and try to update everybody on that GTII tomorrow as well, you guys. But yeah, so does anybody have any open positions already or are looking into opening a position? Let me know in the chat. What is your next long or short? Let me know in the chat what you guys are about to trade in actually tomorrow, right? Or the next few days. Let me know what that is. E coming in with a very nice donation. Thanks, my friend. I really appreciate you, dude. I hope I answered all your questions correctly in the DMs, my friend. I really want to make sure that you know that I care about all of you guys, and I wanna make sure to answer those questions correctly, right? So let's see. Jimmy Sams is saying, I'm in GROM and I want to sell. Oh, okay. I see. So T Wood saying, I'm funded in CEOS and CLNV. Oh, very good plays, man. Very good plays. Just that CEOS is moving a little slow, but the CLNV is looking very promising. So Jimmy Sams, trade for BBBY. Definitely put up that video, you guys. M9 saying MGOL. Cool. And Diamond Music Production is saying, looking to day trade tomorrow, a small one. Okay, so there are actually a few opportunities within the tickers that we're going to be covering today that are going to present those short-term trades. Okay, you guys, so it's going to look very cool. So now E saying, you're the man. No, my bro, you are the man. Key, lots of hype about GNS for tomorrow. Should see volume. Oh my goodness, I keep on hearing about GNS and I tried to cover it today. I just needed to get a lot of requests out of the way, but I definitely am. I'm not doubting that whatsoever. So Sebastian Lim is going to go long Mara, WULF, and Finger. Good stuff. So Keith Finney saying, I placed an order for PDPG for market open tomorrow. So you're going to do that limit entry, right? Very good stuff. Very good stuff. Okay, you guys. So yeah. Oh my goodness. So Jimmy Sams is saying, if PDPG and GNS is supposed to run this week, I'll trade for that and wait on BBBY. Okay, so I don't even remember what I said about BBBY on my video, okay, you guys, but definitely refer to it if you need some deeper information, because I know that I saw a couple things coming in of particular interest for BBBY. Okay, you guys, let's take a sip of this Gatorade. Everything is looking chillin', you guys. I love it. We're about to get this. We're about to get this live sticker on the road, and we're gonna look at, again, ticker symbols MGAM, Mara, MARA, of course, BITF, Kala. We're gonna look at GROM or GROM, whatever you guys prefer, SDIG, CENN, and ticker symbol ACER. Okay, we have also in the list to try to get to PDPG, WULF, Finger, and ticker symbol PRTY. Okay, you guys, this is looking very good. I love that the chat is already moving, so let's just go ahead and start getting the serious note up in the road here. All right. So real quick before we get started, moderators, if there are any questions or any type of Jimmy Sam saying Arca aid. Oh, man, we're gonna have to go to who are we gonna talk to get the sponsorships up in here for Arca? Okay, we need to get Gatorade to start sending Arca some cool amounts of drinks over here, because we need to make sure that we have those electrolytes covered. Okay, you guys, very good deal here. All right, so let's see. We're gonna start off. Let's go ahead and make the first note over here. Let's move the indicator. I'm sorry, the chart over to ticker symbol MGAM, and moderators, go ahead and take over the chat as I will now officially start. Keith Finney saying, Arca, just want to say your stock coverage is top notch. Thank you so much, Keith. I really do try to provide as, man, because if I'm wrong, we're talking about people's money here. That really sucks. But know that I'm not a financial advisor, guys. Never take anything what I say seriously, okay? This is just entertainment. We're here to laugh and have a good time while doing so, okay, you guys? Just a normal person over here, guys, expressing my opinion in the markets, okay, you guys? No one special whatsoever. Just a different strategy, just a different person that you're deciding to support, okay? And I really appreciate you, and I will support you back. Yeah. Okay. So yes, let's go ahead and get now you guys, please, moderators, go ahead and just take a look at that chat for me as I will now officially start ticker symbol MGAM, and we're going to go ahead and note that at 10:05 p.m. And guys, good news. I have my glasses back. I can see as clear as day. Good vibes. Good to see you, man. All right, let's get it going. Now, ticker symbol MGAM. Okay, you guys, this is very particular here. This is it's scaring me. It's scaring me, and I like it. Okay, because it looks like it's building a type of descending triangle, but in this case it could also be a pennant, which could mean that there is still upside to go in this. Okay, now why am I not so certain? Well, it is just because we need more information to continue. Okay, you guys, so let's go ahead and take a look at our immediate areas of support. Okay, so we definitely have right down here, okay, we have the areas of support between 118 and about $1.10. But if I'm looking at the upside, for the immediate upside, okay, take profit is what I'm talking about. We should actually cover that after let me see momentum on the 30-minute followed by the buy hourly. Okay, we have some sideways trading coming in for at least half of the session tomorrow. Okay, you guys, so it looks like the upside is not going to continue until potentially, let's see, until potentially the next trading day or the following day, okay, you guys? So MGAM is looking like it may consolidate for a bit of time, slightly bearish, barely bullish, but then when we start to look at the buy daily and the daily chart, even the 3-day, actually, no. The resistance I'm going to give you right now is here, okay, you guys? So it's going to be a limited upside for the next few days. Okay, so tomorrow is going to be the accumulation period. Definitely look for an area between 118 and about where the SMA 10 is at about 112. Okay, so that we can find a bounce, and then maybe find that take profit zone to be located between 144 and 150, where the SMA 100 is located. Definitely keep in mind that it's also between a 1.72 and the 1.618. Very important area of interest here, okay, you guys? So now the reason why I'm telling you that there could be consolidation is because let me just show you, for example, that formation, okay? So it's looking like it's something like this, okay? You can see that we've already faced a resistance on this candle iteration here on January 10th, and also this candle here on January 13th. We are now naturally facing that resistance and that pullback, and we can see now the other trend line. Let's go ahead and take it into heavy consideration like this, okay? I know that this is a weird looking formation, but trust me when I say that sometimes these formations tend to sneak up on us and play the game a little bit of an altered version of how it's usually traded, okay? So in this case, you can see either a symmetrical triangle, but it looks more like a pennant to me, okay? Other than the fact that it is in a slight upside here. Very good things to notice here is that we are making a series of higher lows. Okay, what is a little bearish is, of course, that we're looking at lower highs. Okay, so that usually presents a type of indecision in the market. Okay, so let's see if the 3-day candles are giving us anything. Well, this is pretty bullish on the 3-day candle, but it still has some time to be able to come and flex upon these areas of reaccumulation that I just spoke about. Okay, you guys. So yeah, I'm definitely going to stick to what I said. I'm looking at about a reaccumulation area 118 to about 112. Okay, so definitely watch out for that, and your take profits would essentially be just outside of the triangle, similar to this iteration candle on January 6th. Okay, we can look at that the probabilities of between 144 again and about 150, okay, before facing a continuation to the downside, okay. So this is getting really close to that. We're now at 75%, 75% of the triangle, okay. So this is probably going to strike some type of FOMO somewhere, okay, and that is either going to be to the downside or to the upside. But if we're looking at it in a few days from now, like I said, maybe into next week, the upside is probably more, I probably would give the favor to the bulls, okay? Watch out with your longs on ticker symbol MGAM. It is moving a bit slow as well, okay, you guys? So that is it for ticker symbol MGAM, and that was 10:10 p.m., okay? Let's go ahead and now move on to the next chart. Dead and ready. We're going to look at ticker symbol MARA, okay? So that, let's see, and that was for Andrew. Okay, so this one, guys, if anybody is trading the ticker symbol MARA, this is a very complex one, okay? This is challenging, and I need you guys to pay it very close attention, as this will require it, okay? So right off the bat, we can see that we're riding a broadening descending wedge, okay? Now, per the golden rule of 3, we're looking at test number 1, resistance test number 2, resistance test number 3, and now followed by that capitulation event before an upside, and in a true event, actually in a true attempt, to break out on that test number 4, okay? So that's usually how it tends to happen. Now, why we're looking at this like random area where we just stopped, because I know that the price action historically at this very low of this candle here on December 23rd, I know that it has a lot of confluence with these iterations here from October 2020, and also these candles right over here as well from about February 2019. There is a lot of confluence, is what I'm saying. But why there, other than these candles? Because that's not always the case here, okay? So what I did find is that there is potentially what's called a buy formation strategy, okay? So please look at this right over here. We are also riding a descending channel, okay? Now, why the channel faced, so please pay attention to this now on the channel, okay? So we have channel test number 1 of resistance, test number 2 of resistance of the channel, test number 3 and 4. It failed at test number 4. Why did it fail? Well, because the broadening descending wedge breaks out usually on test number 4. And also, we can definitely see the less likely, but also a viable breakout, test number 5, okay? So the channel definitely resisted breaking out on test number 3, because this is usually the short signal, okay, for short positions or short bias traders to enter that trade. And then we can go ahead and take it all the way to the bottom here before that upside move. So now that the channel got that attempt of test number 4, we can actually come back up, break out of test number 4 from the broadening descending wedge, and also test number 5 from the descending channel, okay, you guys? This is a complex breakout, so we have to be able to pay attention to some things just like this, okay? So know that this still has a lot of upside to go, and we're looking at potentially about 2 or 3 weeks of upside, followed by a rejection, and then we would come back to test this newly converted resistance into support, okay, you guys? So definitely know that ticker symbol MARA is probably following what we're looking at right over here for Bitcoin, okay, you guys? So it's just one of those other minor tickers, okay, you guys? So definitely know that this is a complex breakout, and I am looking still for the upside, okay, as every moving average. Actually, let me just go ahead and make sure. Let's go ahead and take note that we are in the 3-day chart over here. So upside on the immediate short term, still some sideways trading on the buy hourly, 6 hours, slightly bullish in the overbought percentile, still good. And now the 12-hour and daily. Okay, so we're going to be facing some sideways trading throughout the day tomorrow. be flexing within this area just a little bit until the end of day, potentially into the next day. Okay, you guys. So there could be a chance to where we can come back down just a few. I'm talking about very, very ever so slightly, maybe to about 706 or 720, and then we can actually see that upside continuation into this resistance zone that is located between the 1.272 and the 1.618 at about 894 to about 997. Okay, so now after that, considering the 3-day, the 5-day, and the weekly momentum, this is going to be a multi-day high, okay? So I'm talking about a continuation to the upside even more, okay? So when we're looking at into the next week or maybe even potentially the following week, so 2 weeks from now, we can actually see us touching a top target of about 485 to about 1485 to about 1587 before a rejection and then coming back to test that, okay? The newly converted resistance into support. So everything is looking good, and I know we definitely have those moving averages in line with us as well. So let me just go ahead and show you what the EMA 7 is doing. We're facing that resistance literally right now from that 30-day exponential moving average. Okay, so we are likely to come back and just test, like I said, you guys, maybe between about 753 and 703 before a continuation to the upside. And this is likely going to take a few days, definitely a few days at minimum. We're charting here on the 3-day, okay, as this is where the buy formation is looked at, okay? So everything is looking good for ticker symbol MARA thus far. So now that was completed. And thank you so much, Mark Roach. That was 10:11 start, and we are now finishing it up at 10:16. Okay, so let's go ahead now and move on to the next ticker, as this was for Andrew. Very good stuff. So also, we're going to look at now ticker symbol BITF. Okay, so let me just get a little quick sip of water from this here. All right. So now we're going to look at ticker symbol BITF. Moderators, go ahead and continue taking over right over here. And I will now officially start ticker symbol BITF at 10:16 p.m. And this is all for your timestamps, remember, you guys. So, all right, let's get it started. So similarly to literally every other ticker in the world right now, especially in the smaller cap or micro caps, we're looking at a broadening descending wedge, and also following the rules or the golden rule of 3, closely. So we're looking at test number 1. This was a bull trap over here. This was a fake out. It actually did not test the resistance correctly, or at all. I mean, if you zoom in, it is just barely there. So we have test number 1, 2, and test number 3 of the resistance, followed by that large capitulation event, right? Just like we always talk about. And now we're actually making that upside, okay? So now you can see our psychological components down here, okay? I'm not saying that we're going to go all the way down here. I'm just saying that we do have them present, okay? This is a gap that was made between January 5th and January 9th. And that is, let's see, that's about 60 cents to about 55 cents. That's the deficit there. And we can see that we have used the resistance top of our actual test number 4, and we have rejected on it just like always. Okay, usually we touch that top, we come back down and reaccumulate, and then we can make that upside move. As you can see, I already prepared that path for you. Okay, so we can just make this a little brighter, just like this. And what I am expecting is to test the range for reaccumulation, which is located right where the 50-day simple moving average is. Okay, so we can see that we can come right back down to about the 88-cent level, to about the 80-cent level, okay? And why this particular space? Well, we have the golden pocket located down here, okay, which is the NOT 618 at 88 cents and the NOT 382 at 80 cents, okay, and also we have that SMA 50, so this would be a very likely area for reaccumulation before a continuation on to the upside, okay, you guys, so definitely know that the space between the NOT 382 and the NOT 618 is considered to be the golden pocket. Okay, very important area for us to consider. The upside I am looking for after this reaccumulation period. I'll give you the time frame as well. would essentially be located at the SMA 100 slash, or AKA the 2-spot 272 in this case in particular. That would be between $1.40 to about the 2-spot 618 at $1.55. Okay, so this would be essentially the areas that I would be looking for to take profit. Now, if we consider momentum in the higher term time frames, meaning the 3-day, the 5-day, the weekly, you can see that we have aggressive upside. Okay, so definitely over the course of the next couple of weeks, we can very likely see a touch of the $2.34 zone to the 4-spot 236 at 209. Okay, so this is very much a large move to the upside. We can even wick above this, a flash wick into that 100-day simple moving average at 340 before immediate rejection. Okay, you guys, but definitely know that per the playbook rules of how to trade the broadening descending wedge, we actually would essentially take profit at the genesis of the formation. Okay, I'm not saying we're going to go there. I'm just saying that that's typically how this formation is traded. Okay, and it's been realizing like this over and over and over and over throughout many tickers. Not all of them have to though. Okay, that overall take profit would be at about 541 and likely won't hit there until a few weeks from now. Okay, you guys, so know that this is this is usually how the play happens. Okay, now for the immediate short term, the pullback, right? Let's go ahead and refer to our momentum and take a look at the immediate short term time frame. We do have that downside suggestion by hourly, suggesting that downside, but also suggesting it to be very limited, as we do have that 14-day simple moving average right below that purple RSI signal. Okay, so now let's go ahead and move on to the 6 hour. The 6 hour is also now starting to correct towards the upside, which looks like that downside is very limited. Let me just see the 4 hour. Yeah, similar to the to the 6 hour. So now the 12 hour looks like it's a little more bullish. It's absolutely that's my little guy right outside, you guys. He's just hanging around right here with me. So a very important thing to notice within the 12 hour is that we're already reaching the historical highs of the RSI signal. Okay, as you can see, these iterations right back here on November 9th, 2021, and this particular iteration of August 11th, 2021. These are the highest iterations that we have, and we're just slightly below these iterations on today's price action. Okay, so the signal is getting very close to that area for a pullback, but that's not to say that it's going to happen right away. In fact, it could actually surpass these points just a little bit, and then it could find that retracement. Okay, so now why would it be affected to the downside? Well, that's because I'm suggesting because of the smaller time frames, right? You're looking at the hourly here and the bi-hourly. They're giving us that downside suggestion, and it's very limited. Okay, so that could actually affect the upper term time frames ever so slightly, and then they would just continue to the upside. So this is, yeah, I'm still gonna stick by what I'm saying. I am definitely thinking that we can reaccumulate between the areas of 80 cents and about 88 cents at the golden pocket, followed by a continuation to the upside. So this is likely to last. Let's see. Yeah, that downside is likely to last for almost a day, maybe even into the following day, and then we could start the recovery full on to the upside in the next few days. Okay, you guys. So know that there's going to be a little bit of consolidation and a little bit of bearishness, followed by a recovery to the upside. Still, BITF is still looking very good, as it is going to be making its true test breakout on test number 4, followed by that retracement and confirmation or validation of the newly converted resistance into support before a continuation to the upside. This is a long process, and you would be considered highly aggressive to enter now. Okay, usually what traders like to do is wait for the upside, or even all the way up to this upside, wait for that retracement, and then gain entry upon confirmation or validation of that newly converted resistance into support. Okay, so this would be an aggressive upside or a short-term position trade all the way up to this area here. This would be the first area that I'm looking at within the next 4 to 5 days potentially. Okay, you guys, definitely know that I'm not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment. Hit that like button if you haven't done so already, and we shall continue the analysis. So that is it for ticker symbol BITF, and that was at 10:16, and now 10:23 is the end of this ticker. Good stuff, guys. guys. Very good stuff. Let's go ahead and now move on to ticker symbol KALA. Okay, you guys, M9 actually asked me to look into this in the previous live chat, so I will now look into it for you. Okay. All right, so yeah, we're looking at ticker symbol CALA just like the other symbols in this broadening descending wedge. Okay, so the first thing I want to touch on is the fact that we have printed 1, 2, 3 drives of hidden bearish divergence on the 3-day chart, which should be taken into heavy consideration. And also, if you guys remember, I spoke to Lillian, actually, the last person who asked me to take a look at ticker symbol CALA. First of all, you guys, sorry about that. I'm going to officially start off the analysis at 10:24 p.m. for ticker symbol CALA. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so we have three drives of hidden bearish divergence on the 3-day that we need to take into heavy consideration, and it's already on that downside trajectory. Okay, so this is a very tricky play, and I can't even pretend to tell you that I know exactly what's going to happen with this. I mean, I'm being serious. I don't know what's going to happen in any ticker for that matter. Okay, you guys, I just give you the more probable things in my opinion, in a very discretionary manner, which I'm not practicing mathematics like I typically do. Okay, so in this case, I'm just using basic geometry and price action with this. Okay, just remember that. Okay, you guys. So this is tricky because there could be confusion over the tests of the resistance, okay? Because this particular test up here, which would be considered to be test number 1, actually doesn't touch the line, but it's very close to it, and I mean more than normal close to that line. Okay, so that means that if we didn't actually test the resistance here, that means that we tested it 1, 2, and now this is the 3rd iteration. And if you guys remember, what happens on that 3rd iteration is capitulation right after it. Okay, so if that's the case, then CALA may have set up the biggest bull trap in history right up here in the $47 zone, about to $57 zone. Okay, so know that this is in danger of actually capitulating to lower levels. Okay, because I can't tell if it's going to be temporary or forever. The thing that's giving me a temporary downside, but please know that the distance from the RSI signal, let me just make this a little thicker. Just like this right over here. Yeah, so definitely know that the downside from the RSI signal all the way to that 14-day simple moving average is quite a distance because we're on the 3-day chart. Okay, so it's going to take for the 3-day candle to finish for this to make another kink. Okay, so this is quite a ways away. So it's hard to determine where this is going to land and find support at that 14-day moving average. But if I can be very clear, with the candle structure that's happening, since we just reclaimed the inside of this broadening descending wedge, and we actually started making an upside move, we can expect an upside continuation to about the 2160 area, okay, which would be essentially between the 1 spot 272 and the 1 spot 618. Okay, so if I'm going to give you a total target, the 1 spot 618 would actually be the least likely for us to hit. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking here. The 1 spot 272 at 2059 to the best case scenario, and very much not likely the 1 spot 618 at 2463. This could literally just kind of sell off at the center and in between the 1 spot 272 and the 1 spot 618. Okay, you guys, I don't see it touching the 1 spot 618, but I definitely see a continuation to the way down. And this upside is going to be presented during the early part of the following session, which is tomorrow. Okay, so very short amount of time for us to be able to gain or close out or minimize risk before a downside continuation. I am looking at essentially touching the not 618, which is also at the wick low of this candle iteration from December 29th, and potentially the wick the candle opening at about that 1638. Okay, so I'm expecting a drop to about 1310 to 1630. Okay, so this is essentially the area that I'm looking for, not as accumulation. In fact, it would be yet another bounce support area before we come back up and potentially test a newly converted support into now a resistance before a continuation to the way down. So this is going to be zigzaggy, okay, like this. Okay, and it's going to be played this way so that the longs can feel that there is still hope for the upside, okay? But this is just going to be a zigzag on the way down. If you don't look at the upper term time frames, then you won't know how the play is actually working, okay? But please remember, I can't actually tell what's going to happen with this because there's a lot of confusion, or a lot of space for confusion within the tests of the resistance, okay, you guys? So definitely know that I'm still expecting that downside, okay? That recovery area could likely be in the next day or following day at 21.48, and the very least likely area of 24.43 before capitulating, okay? You guys be very careful with your ticker symbol, KALA, and that's going to do it for that ticker at 10:29 p.m. We are moving nicely. Let's go ahead and now look at ticker symbol GROM for Abner Cruz. My friend Abner, I hope you're still there, my friend. Let's go ahead and start off the analysis for ticker symbol GROM at 10:29 p.m. Looking very good, okay, you guys? So GROM. All right, so this is a very challenging ticker as well, okay, you guys. This is something that's gonna have us scratching our heads for a bit, as there are signals to the upside and to the downside here, okay? So it looks like it's building a type of symmetrical triangle, to be very, very honest with you, okay? So it looks like it's doing something like this, okay? And we will take the other trend line and apply it as such. So symmetrical triangles are tricky because they have both an upside and downside price objective. Okay, so if we're looking at a price objective towards the downside, I don't think that GROM would actually be able to do that. Let's just, oh, actually it would. But let me look at the buy daily to see if I can see when the charting or when the live trading for this ticker happened, as I can't see it on the, okay, so it started. And we don't have any price action back here, of course. So it started around June 2021. Okay, so since we don't have any price action down here, there's no telling where it's going to go. I tell you guys all the time that my ability is limited when there's no historical value, but we do have geometrical values still to consider. Okay, and also we can see that in the shorter term time frames, the RSI is kind of reacting just a little bit bearish and bullish, and bearish and bullish. That's likely because there is a lot of anxiety, if you can call it. Okay, so let's see if we can gain a good idea. We can see some immediate upside, okay? Hold on. Immediate upside on all of the time frames up to the buy hourly. So buy hourly is suggesting downside, okay? So we're going to go ahead and try to see if we can forecast this as best as possible, because I mean, please look for yourself. The RSI signal is what I'm looking at, okay? So the 30-minute upside, right? Still upside on the hourly, downside on the buy hourly, 4 hours slightly sideways, 6 hour downside, 8 hour upside, 12 hours sideways. This is it's very difficult, I'm telling you. So it looks like the recovery is not going to actually happen until a few days from now, because the bullishness doesn't start to happen actually until about the daily, which means that this can likely reaccumulate. Okay, so I already have that drawn in here for us to look at. Okay, so based on momentum suggestion, I am looking at a touch of the gap area that we had, particular to the, I think it was the buy daily, or I forgot where we were where we saw that gap, but there is a gap. Oh, there we go. So the gap is on the 12 hours. So usually when we have these gaps on the downside like this, we tend not to come back down and fill it, although we are very close to it. But usually what tends to happen is that we use this gap top area as a support, and then we can move on to the upside. Okay, so this could be likely that sideways trading that we face, potentially even a wick a little lower here and not close it all the way, but still potentially holding it, and then we could make that upside move by mid this week, or yeah, actually by about the middle of this week, so which would be actually Thursday, because we have the today off. So potentially reaccumulation to about $1.51 to then making the upside move. And that upside move could very likely be located between the 1.272, which is the high of this candle iteration on December 9th, and the 1.618, which is the candle high of this iteration on December 22nd. Okay, so 210 to about 226 before, okay, I'm sorry, after we look at some reaccumulation right down here located located at about $1.50, potentially $1.48. Okay, you guys. So ticker symbol GROM is very, very tricky. Lots of gaps everywhere as well. Even another gap right over here too, located between 760 and about 822. I know it had a reverse split recently. That's looking like it was a 1 to 30 RS. So I can see why the bearishness is kind of present. Okay, you guys, so definitely know that this is looking like there is a potential upside after some immediate downside. Okay, Joe H, at everyone, I'm enjoying this stream, my bro. I'm enjoying the fact that you are here, period, my bro. Thank you so much for sticking around. Love to have you here, Joe. So let's go ahead and now finish off this ticker at officially 1034, and let's go ahead and move on now to ticker symbol SDIG for NuFi or NuFi. Still part of the previous day's tickers that we haven't looked at. Okay, so you can see that I am actually trying to prepare these tickers before we move on. Okay, you guys, so let me just say hi to the chat right here. Abner Cruz, I'm happy that you're still here, my brother. I definitely just covered that ticker symbol GROM. I hope that you can see my sense of not urgency, but my sense of concern, because there is a I can see the upside happening, right? But this is likely going to be a range that we can be trading for some time. And so this ticker, unless it has some type of fundamental catalyst that can launch it to the moon, I wouldn't actually see it moving on its own. Based on any play, okay, as I don't see any real clear signal. Even this formation of the symmetrical triangle feels a little bit forced, in my opinion, even still. Okay, so watch out with that ticker GROM. Okay, you guys. So now, yeah. Oh, nice. Indra saying nice to wake up and watch the analysis while having breakfast. I really appreciate that, Indra. I know that you stop by in the mornings. I really love it. Okay. So yes, Abner Cruz, appreciate you. Appreciate your insight, my brother. Of course, that's not a problem whatsoever. Okay, you guys. Yes, tiny float, Mark Roach. 654,000 is very, very risky. So Abner, I would not recommend you hold this overnight. These can potentially pose a serious risk. Okay, you guys. So Abner, that is it for ticker symbol GROM, and let's go ahead and look at the next one. Chris, I may actually look into GNS, but I definitely have a few tickers still to go. Okay, my brother, but I'll put it on the list, and if I can't get to it today, we'll absolutely look at it on the next stream. Okay, my bro. I know that you've actually, I think you've already mentioned it a couple times, so I really appreciate you repeating like that, because that's honestly the only way I may look at it. Okay, guys, know that sometimes I'm not looking at the chat all the time. I want to make sure that we can get everybody's opinions and everybody's ticker, revised. Just give everybody a good solid chance at getting this looked at. Okay, you guys? Absolutely, Chris. You're very, very welcome. So Mark Roach asking me for also that ticker symbol AMV. Like I said to my friend Chris, Mark, we'll go ahead and try to go ahead and look into that as well, my friend. But let me go ahead and note it down regardless. Okay, so Mark Roach, let's go ahead and now put down on the list. What was it? You said AMV? Okay, I'm not too familiar with that ticker, but we'll go ahead and see what it has under the hood. Okay, so let's moderators, go ahead and just take a look at the chat, and I will now continue and officially start the analysis on our ticker symbol SDIG. So that's going to be 10:37 p.m. Hit that like button, team. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Everything's going to be coolin'. All right, SDIG. So just like all the other tickers, this is a good example here, you guys. This is a good example of that particular trading rules, okay? Ignore the fact, actually, you know what? I can do it like this. Okay, we'll put it we'll put the mouse right up to this area here, and we can see what would essentially happen in the price action. Okay, so this is usually what I would tell you. Okay, we're on that test number 4 breakout. Okay, we need to do the whole move. If it's going to happen, we need to come back and test that newly converted resistance into support, which could actually happen within the daily by itself. Okay, so let's go ahead and just press play and see how it happens, because the typical trading rules are usually to find profit or take profit at the genesis of the formation itself, which is located at about 53.56. So let's press play now and see what it has to offer. Okay, Bam. So we had that immediate release from that take profit zone where we talked about in the last analysis, one spot 272, 55.46. We actually hit a high of 56 cents and then retraced just like always. Here is the breakout that we were looking at where we said we need to come back and test a newly converted resistance as support. Here's that test. Then the continuation to the upside. We take profit per the trading rules of the broadening descending wedge. And then we broke out of it and continued to the upside. I do have some immediate concern regarding this though, okay, you guys? I absolutely have to express deep concern that we have a huge shooting star on the daily. And this is what I tell you guys sometimes when I'm telling you that I wish that the wick was a little higher or the wick was a little lower on the hammer, so then it could really confirm that we are looking at a downside. Guys, this is it right here, okay? So this is what I'm talking about. I know that it's on the daily. Actually, let's see the, yeah, man, oh my goodness. Actually, I can't take it into credibility because this is going to be closing in about 14 hours. It still has some time, but the daily is closed. Okay, so this is likely going to face some downside. Okay, I know that we have the 50-day simple moving average right down here as support, but that's not significant enough for the size of this bearishness happening. Okay, so I can actually see us make an accumulation period, and I already have that drawn in for us to look at. And I've already made those areas of interest, okay? So we would actually come back to the breakout point of the broadening descending wedge. Now we have to confirm this area as a valid form of support before a continuation to the upside, okay, you guys? So not only did we have to do it upon the breakout of the broadening descending wedge and come right back down to here to the newly converted resistance into support of the broadening descending wedge formation, but we also have to do it from the primary inflection points that we break out of, okay? So for example here, of course it's gonna go ahead and sell off at some massive area and then come back down. This was a huge bull trap, by the way, okay, you guys? Nothing's gonna continue like this. We need to come back and validate before a continuation to the upside. Now, I know that I'm saying that we need to, right? But know that there are iterations to where we don't actually make that happen, okay? They're very rare. Okay, but that's upon huge impulsive volume. Okay, so if we don't have that type of volume presented here, then the chances are is that it's really not going to make that upside move. Okay, you guys. So yeah, we have significantly higher volume. I'm talking about our volume is. I know that it's zooming in a little bit weird over here, but yeah. So I mean, the volume. For these candles that we just faced, the volume is actually right down here. Let me just make it a little bit more visible for us to look at. Okay, so let's just see what we can do. We'll make it a little brighter on the green and also a little brighter on the red bars so we can tell where that sell volume is. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about here, you guys. Okay, see the green iteration down here. What day was it? That was July 20th, 2022. That impulsive volume would mean a huge upside. So, okay, this volume iteration, let's see. Let's bring this stuff down. Oh, it is down already. Okay. I can't tell the volume here. Oh my goodness, it's okay. So yeah, the volume here is what we're looking at. Look at the tiny little bars that we have down here per what we just went through. Okay, so this is the type of parabolic volume that would actually have us literally ignore any type of regular or traditional trading rules. Okay, you guys, so upon this type of huge volume, you can actually see that we faced a massive upside there. And just so you can have an idea as to what happens with that type of volume, we'll take it from the iteration of the candle before that and measure to the upside. So that particular iteration actually took us to about 110% move to the upside based on this buy volume, okay, right up to this area here. That's all FOMO, okay? So that's the kind of thing that we need to face in order for us to invalidate the traditional trading rules. So in this case, we don't have that volume. We have an incline on volume. That's nice, okay, but it's not everything, okay? So now we have a shooting star doji. Likely we're going to face that reaccumulation period 53, 52. to the range of the one spot. Actually, the range of the one spot 272 being at 55.46 to our newly converted resistance into support of the take profit from the formation located at 53.65. Okay, you guys. So 53.65 to 55.46 is the area of reaccumulation before a continuation on to the upside, and we can tell that because the momentum is suggesting a continuation to the upside aggressively on the 3-day. Okay, so 3-day massive upside right here. We have a 5-day with still a massive upside suggestion, and even into the weekly we have that upside. Okay, so we need to come back, validate the support, and continue on to the upside, and upon that validation, then we could actually start to see some targets of take profit from this lower level here. Okay, so which would be the one spot 272 at 65.05 to our current highs from this candle iteration between the one spot 618 of 72 or 73 cents to about 77. That would be the first area of take profit from this reaccumulation period. And now if we're looking at days and days, 2 weeks out, maybe 3 weeks out, we can see that we can then face the highs of these candles right over here at take profit between the 2 spot 272 at 82.18 to the 2 spot 618 at 87.07. Okay, you guys, so that is what I'm looking at for an overall take profit. I'm talking about a couple weeks out from today. All right, you guys, so that B, what's up, man? Good to see you in the chat. So that is going to do it for ticker symbol SDIG. Okay, you guys, moving along very nicely. We're going to end it at 10:45 p.m. Okay, perfect. So now let's go ahead and move on to the next ticker. We're going to look at ticker symbol CENN. I know that there was a very early request for that, and I think it was a donation. Guys, thank you so much for those donations, by the way. I really appreciate everybody doing that for me. It's definitely going to help out the Arca Bulls household here, my son and my daughter, okay, you guys, and my wife. So yes, I can't actually go all the way up the stream, but it's not a problem. It is okay. All right, so I don't know who requested it, but it's okay. Let's just go ahead and go over that ticker symbol CENN. Okay, you guys. This was that very rare breakout that I was talking to you guys about, and it did happen. So what I mentioned before is that we were in the process of building this huge bear flag. Okay, now we did take in a price objective towards the downside. Firm 5, good to see you, my dude. So I did talk to you guys about a potential downside target that I didn't see as likely in this event. First of all, because we literally don't have anything in the price action, historically speaking, down to these levels. This is where the trading started. It actually started on October 2012. Okay, so the downside was very much not likely, although I did note it here for everybody to know that we could be facing that. But I did mention that this was a very rare breakout of a bear flag. Okay, these ascending triangles, when they are presented after a downside, they are usually a continuation pattern. So it would do something like a Z, okay, or like a zigzag and continue to the downside. But in this case, we were able to see that it was a very rare situation. And this pattern is very much similar to the ticker symbol CRTD that I'm looking at right now. It's a very similar downside following that ascending triangle. The difference is that momentum is not suggesting upside on CRTD, but momentum is suggesting upside on CENN. Okay, this is why we were able to see that upside. Okay, you guys. So I know I haven't covered it in a few days, but it absolutely went right to the top of our target at the one spot 618. We retraced just a little bit. We used the EMA 7 as that support, and we have continued to the upside and now have tested the 2 spot 618 and is now continuing on the path to where I said we are likely to see the next 2 take profits located at the 3 spot 272, 58.79. cents, of course, and the 3 spot 618 of 60.68. Remember that the price objective of this triangle is located at about 72.90. Okay, so almost 73 cents, which would actually surpass the 4-spot 618 at 66.15. Sometimes the 4-spot 618 would essentially be that overall take profit, since the geometrical target sometimes supersedes the formation price objective. Okay, you guys, so definitely be careful with this, but I am still seeing upside regarding this ticker. Okay, so now let's just go back to the immediate short term and look at momentum. Okay, so momentum is suggesting downside on the 30-minute immediate, bi-hourly downside. Let's see, 6-hour flat, corrective already good. 12-hour is also flat. Daily is flat, consolidation. Okay, so the upside is not going to start till the 3-day chart is till the 3-day candle iterations are complete. Okay, so this is what it's telling me is that for sure, if we're looking at downside all the way up to the, what was it again? The 6-hour, I think it was. Okay, the 4-hour. So if we're looking at downside, it is limited. Okay, so this is not suggesting a reversal. I'm looking at downside to test. Again, remember guys, I just said this in the last ticker. When we break out of inflection points, so in this case, this is not an inflection point, but it's the 1-spot 618 golden mean. We need to break out of it. We'll test that 2-spot 618, come right back to the 1-spot 618, maybe even wick down to the 1-spot 272 at 47.84. And then we can continue our ascent to the following two targets that we're looking at. Okay, so this is still days away. Just like I said in the last stream, okay? I signal you here that we are definitely looking upside, and it faced that upside, okay? So now we're going to face that pullback. We're likely to see the pullback and face that upside. Why am I suggesting these areas? Look at the EMA 7, okay? This is the 7-day exponential moving average, and this is the 30 period exponential, okay? So very much in confluence between the 1-spot 272 at 47.84 cents and 1-spot 618 at 49.74 cents. Okay, you guys, so this is definitely the area to look out for reaccumulation before a continuation to the upside. A few days from now, we can definitely hit that 3-spot 618 and 3-spot 272. The first take profit zone being the 58.70 and 60.71, 60.68, right around there. Okay, you guys, so that is going to do it for ticker symbol CENN. Looking very good. And I forgot when we started this one, so it's okay. We ended it at 10:50 p.m. We'll just go ahead and note that anyway. Okay, you guys. So Abner Cruz, yes, let's go ahead and now get into your ticker symbol ACER. Okay, you guys. So really appreciate everybody sticking around. Really like that everybody's here. Harsh, you are very, very, very welcome. Beso Amy's saying, does Arca mumble chart action in his sleep? Oh my goodness. You know, sometimes, you know, this is a good time to say hello to the chat, right? Oh my goodness. No, I don't dream with stocks, but what I do dream of is nothing. I don't know why I haven't been dreaming. Actually, if I can remember very correctly, I think I dreamt of flying, like literally flying. Oh my goodness, and I mean that like without a plane, like without a like me myself, like the show Heroes. I was imagining myself flying in my dreams, very much like a little kid, right, you guys? So don't blame me, you guys. It's just I like it, you know. Everything is good. Everything is good. All right, you guys. So, Mark Roach, thank you so much. That was at 10:51 p.m. on. Oh, sorry. So, what did you say again? That was 10:46 entry. My bro, that is very nice of you, man. Thank you so much. So that was 10. I'm just gonna go ahead and note it down so that we have it in line for the timestamps later on. Right, 10:46 to 10:51. Perfect. Thank you, Mark. And yeah, so so now, guys, we're gonna have to, let's see. T Wood says the act of flying indicates that the power is there to do so, requiring the dreamer to reflect on new approaches to old problems. Remember that my YouTube is only about 4 months old or 3.5 months old. I'm talking about the first video ever uploaded, because the Arca YouTube, I think I created in November 2022. November 2021, and I never really used it. Okay, so then until I started noticing that there was too much action happening within the Twitter, I had to literally make videos because it was too much writing for me to make these multiple these multi-part threads on Twitter for so many tickers. I was getting really stressed. So now that I'm able to do them by voice, it actually makes things fly so much better. My moderator, Cal L, coming in with "Nothing is free. Support Arca or get lost in the sauce." Very nice donation, my dude. Thank you so much. That means so much. Please say thank you to your wife for me as well, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. That really means a lot, you guys. Thank you so much. I really mean well for everybody here, okay, you guys? I want to make sure that you guys are taken care of. I want to make sure that you're looking at the right analysis, okay, you guys? Everybody practices different, like I said, okay, you guys? It doesn't mean that my analysis is the right one. It's just my strategy. I hope to inspire you. I really hope to inspire you into creating your own strategy, even if it's through the means of how I do it. Okay, but be creative, just like you were when you were a kid. Okay, so know for a fact that you have the ability to do it like anyone else does. Okay, but Cal L with that donation, thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. That is absolutely going to help my family out very much. I can't appreciate that even more than I do already, and your help. Oh my goodness, my friend. So. Lots of plans, and I have you involved in them, okay, you guys, as well as my other moderators, Hound and Samantha. Thank you guys for all that you do. I will never forget you, and I will never leave you behind. And guys, know for a fact that everybody in this chat is absolutely important to me, and I will make sure to continue providing those the strategies to you guys, okay? So now T Wood saying your vids inspired me to read some Andrew Aziz books. Absolutely, my friend. And actually that was something Cal was telling me. Create your Amazon affiliate, because you're just giving all these people these books and you're not getting any credit for them. So, oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Samantha. Appreciate you. Fern5 saying, haha, that was so awesome. You killed it on Twitter. Now look at you, my dude. Twitter has been a drama. I'm not going to talk about it here, but I know that you've already seen whatever's happening on Twitter between me and whoever else. But I absolutely want to make sure that I can keep it as acclimatable as possible and as professional as possible, as I have a lot to learn from so many other awesome influencers out there, okay, you guys? I want to learn, and I want to continue providing that knowledge to you guys, okay? Abner Cruz, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. That's very nice of you, my dude. I'm literally about to look at your ticker symbol ACER right now, and I can't express to you how thankful I am. Thank you, Besso Amy, for your donation. That means so much. And Cal L, also very thankful for your contribution to my strategies and my channel. Okay, you guys, thank you very much. So now regarding ticker symbol ACER, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at this, because I know we covered it just a couple days ago, or a few days ago, and we did call a potential. I don't remember. So, okay. All right. So Abner, did I tell you up or down? And or better question, is this, did it happen like I said, or did I miss it? Thank you, Mark. I'll make sure to keep that in mind. I'm actually just gonna wait for Abner's response, and then I'm gonna officially call that time, which would be probably a minute after this. I know there's just a little bit of the delay when I speak to you versus when you respond, and it's just about a 5-second delay, so I have to keep that into account. Abner, if you're still there, my friend, let me know if it did what I said it was gonna do, or what, because I don't remember. I know that we were looking at this resistance level here, but I'm not sure if we looked at it on Thursday or Friday, because I mean it is pulling back from essentially where we were looking for, right? So this is looking pretty good, even though. Okay, so Abner Cruz, my brother, I can't remember, LOL. I'm down 500. My goodness. Okay, so let's see if we can gain an edge for you here. Okay, so I'm just gonna I want to make sure that we can get you not only an exit strategy, okay? I'm not looking for just a quick answer for you, okay? Cal L, Joe H is definitely up here somewhere. He's already commented a few times that he really appreciates and likes the stream that's happening thus far. So, Joe H, say what's up to Cal, because he is asking you for he's asking for you right now, my bro. Joe H, come in the chat. Joe H, Copy, Joe H. Come in. Joe H. Joe is sleeping. I don't think so, man. Joe is probably grabbing some food or a cup of coffee. I actually don't even know where Joe is located in the first place. But anyway, guys, let me just open up the window. It's getting ridiculously hot in here. And I also just need to blow my nose real fast. Give me like 45 seconds. Just a quick sec, guys. Sorry. Right, we are back in the chat. My goodness, you guys, thank you so much for sticking around. This is the first time ever that we actually got some more people in the chat while I was gone. Maybe I should be gone more often, right? No, I'm just kidding, you guys. Joe H, wherever you are, say what's up to Cal. He is looking for you. Let's go. Moderators, go ahead and take a look at the chat right now as we are going to now start off the ticker symbol ACER, and this is officially going to be at 10:59 p.m. For my friend Abner Cruz, okay? So, so ACER, we're going to go ahead and now look at the momentum, okay, you guys, because we have now the areas of interest. And actually, you know what? Let's just go ahead and zoom out real quick so that we can see where we are in this play. Maybe provide a type of exit strategy or something, okay? So back with the BAK. All right, so please know the importance of what's happening here, okay, you guys. This could be a huge bull trap, and it's zigzagging around to make sure that you can stay long this stock in hopes of a continuation to the upside. Absolutely, moderator Samantha, hit the like button if you haven't done so already. You guys, make sure to get those subscribes in. Okay, so yes, we are looking at test number 1 of the resistance. We have test number 2 of the resistance, and look at this test. Okay, very important test to take into consideration. This is test number 3. Okay, so that could potentially pose a serious risk to the downside. And I'm talking about forever down here. But let's go ahead and validate. Let's go ahead and validate with the momentum indicator. Okay, so let's start off with the immediate short-term time frame at 30 minutes, and you can see that we are already suggesting a little bit of a downside, slightly bearish, slightly bullish. Why slightly bearish? Well, because we are now in that gravitational zone of the bull. Let me show you like this. I don't have the diagram up. Okay, so know that the upper half of the RSI is the bullish control zone. The bottom half is the bearish control zone. Okay, the inner percentile of either of them is the weakness percentile, and the outer percentile is the strength. Okay, so we are in very close to this to the weakness zone here. Okay, you guys, we are likely to come right back up. Right back down to that 14-day simple moving average. This is going to live out pretty fast because it is the 30-minute immediate short term, okay? So we can actually come right back down to this accumulation period of the 14-day simple before a bounce. And why would we bounce? Is not only because of the support from the 14-day, but it's also because we're in that gravitational zone of the bear weakness percentile, which usually would have us bounce right back into that bull weakness, okay? So now let's go ahead and move up the time frames and get this suggestion on the road. Okay, so a little bit of sideways trading on the bi-hourly. 6 hour is suggesting some downside as well. It is actually crossing. If you can zoom in just very much so, you can actually see that we've already made a fresh cross below that 14-day, the 14-period moving average. Okay, so this is actually still suggesting some downside, approaching that gravitational zone from the bull weakness, suggesting a continuation as such. Okay, please know that as as long as we are like this iteration here that happened on January 13th, just like this, we can actually come right back down, still within that gravitational pull. We actually get pulled right back up. And now this was a rejection from the gravitational zone of the deep areas of the bull weakness percentile. And now we're actually entering that zone again for a pull right back into the following zone, which would be the bear weakness. Okay. Now let's look at the 12-hour. 12 hours still suggesting some downside. Bi-daily is also suggesting a little bit of downside. Okay, so now a little bit, but the thing is that it's at that gravitational zone. This is likely to find a continuation to the downside as well. Moving average starting to pivot towards the downside. Hold on, we're gonna go ahead and piece up all these puzzle pieces and see what it has to offer. Okay, so seeing that the downside continuation is significant all the way to the 2-day, that means that we are likely to see a test before a bounce. Okay, we're likely to see a test of all the way potentially down here to the SMA 200 at about $2.13, potentially the $2.04 area. But now let's go ahead and see in the immediate short term if we have any type of recovery space. Okay, so wow, 5 minutes sideways, 15 minutes slightly sideways, a little bearish, 30 minutes slightly sideways as well. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, man, the only opportunity, Abner, that I'm looking at here for an exit strategy would actually be, let's see, it would be in the immediate short term. Okay. Now, and I'm talking about you potentially removing all of your risk before this actually continues to the downside. Okay. Because, if you were potentially just going to look at a better entry, then it would essentially be the 211 zone or 204. But I wouldn't suggest that either, because we're, like what I said, we're practicing the golden rule of 3. Okay, the golden rule of 3 usually consists of 3 tests of the resistance followed by the biggest capitulation and then a recovery into a true breakout test on test number 4. Okay, so then after number 4, we would actually have to, find resistance at the most notable, geometric target. Then we would retrace back, test our newly converted resistance into support, and then continue on to the upside. So this is very much weeks away from actually making any substantial moves to the upside like the ones that we just recently faced. And it looks like it was based on a earnings beat. Okay, so this is the opportunity that I'm looking at for you to maybe find a type of exit would actually be found in the immediate short-term time frame, literally tomorrow, as the 12-hour is already below our area of support and resistance. Okay, so let's see in a daily as well. So the 12-hour is sitting at 289. $3, wow, was that market close. So that was a significant drop after hours. Okay, so I'm not going to say very likely, but there is the potential for us to reaccumulate just a little bit over here. Okay, maybe at about 295 to 298 before resistance at that one spot 272 before a continuation to the downside. Okay, we're going to face a couple zigzags on the way down because we have this 10-day simple moving average located down here as well. Okay, so be very careful with what's happening here. Yes, it was, I know, a significant drop. Abner, my apologies for this, my friend. I hope, man, I really wish that we were able to cover it earlier. But yeah, my friend, I am looking at 294 to 298 for a potential rescue from your position. Okay, I can't tell you what to do as I'm not a financial advisor, but if it were me, I would literally take the loss here at the one spot 272, 298, because this is suggesting a continuation to the downside for days. And if you are not... If you don't actually look out just from the percentage that where we are right now, presently, we can see about another close to 20% loss. Okay, so this is significant, and you definitely want to watch your longs. You don't want to stick around for this type of drop. Okay, and even in this drop, that would actually flash the entirety of the other moving averages. I'm talking about the momentum. So it would actually flash all of these momentum averages to the downside since facing this downside here, okay? So it would actually make everything ultra bearish, and then the shorts would actually open up a huge position right here to take this all the way down to the next relevant area of support, which would literally be at this gap here at about 162 to about 169. If you want to look at this in a couple weeks, you'll probably see that we do reach that. Okay, so Abner Cruz, I got in at 3, so 298 is good to get out. Okay, keep an eye on that price action, okay, because that is my top target. It would be the best case scenario 298. Okay, so even if you I'm saying sometimes you know, it doesn't actually go all the way up to that level, but the one spot 272 is a notable area to take profit. Okay, be very careful with this. Okay, you guys. So Abner, thank you so much, and I really appreciate your donation, by the way, my friend. If you still have further questions, you know, we always talk on that Twitter DM, so go ahead and refer to that DM again and ask whatever you do need to do. And also, I hope you found the books to get your daughter started on learning the basics of the trade. Okay, so definitely remember those books. Get them on, and see if she actually likes to trade. Okay, you guys. So let's go ahead and now end the ticker symbol ACER officially at 11:08 p.m. Guys, everything is looking pretty good. We've been moving along these tickers pretty fast, right? We've already covered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tickers thus far. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to Roberto Gonzalez with a very nice donation earlier with ticker symbol PDPG. I'm not sure that I've even heard about that ticker, my friend. Are there people playing it, or is this a squeeze play? I'm not seeing too much of a talk around it is what I'm saying, okay? So let's just go ahead and load up a new chart because I know that I don't have anything over here. So Cal L saying, Ish, good looking out, Arca. Absolutely, my friend. Not a problem, Cal. You know how it be. You know how it goes. So yeah, let's go ahead and open up PDPG for Roberto Gonzalez. What I did actually, Cal, was I prepared all of the tickers that I didn't get to the previous day for all of the very new for all of the new tickers that we were going to cover today, since the other one I couldn't get to it. Okay, so Karen Harkins. Oh, Karen, I've noticed that you've actually commented on a few things. Please don't take any offense when I don't reply. It's just so many replies come in all at once out of nowhere, and sometimes I forget to reply. But Karen, know that I absolutely have seen your very kind comments on the videos, and I can't even express to you how much I appreciate your support and your undying support at that. Okay, Karen. But yes, just know that I see you there. Okay, so just know that I'm not ignoring anybody. Okay, and I knew that you were, and I knew that. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I knew that I was going to remember upon seeing you here on the chat, okay? So I just wanted to say hello to you and greet you personally like this, okay? So Karen, thank you for your support, and I hope to continue providing the information that you so desire. So let's go ahead and Hound, my moderator Hound, coming in with a very nice donation, aside from the fact that you do all this for me already, my dude. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Hound. Beso Amy saying they so small we should try to get Arca a sponsor and free energy drinks. That would be insane. Guys, don't get me energy drinks. I would highly suggest for it to be something not with that. I have remember, guys, I have acid reflux because I ate too many hot Cheetos when I was young. So so that actually ruined the lining in my stomach a little bit. So I actually won't. I don't drink energy drinks or coffee at that, and I also don't drink alcohol. And I'm talking about maybe once every 3-4 years, maybe occasionally, very occasionally, because it does affect my stomach a lot. So I'm actually clean all the time. Oh my goodness. So definitely know that I'm not hyped up and drunk when I'm doing these things for you guys, okay? It's just pure energy, okay? Because I need to keep that energy up for my baby boy. Fern5 saying, Arca smoothies, let's get them. We're going to have to talk to Robex Juice or Jamba Juice to get us some sponsorships, right, you guys? Hound, I appreciate that donation, my friend. Dude, I have so much planned for you, Samantha and Cal. Trust me when I say that, man. I have some good stuff for my my dudes. And definitely remember, Mark Roach, to visit Cal. I know he's been asking you to come on the Discord. No rush, my dude. I know you're busy. I know you're doing your work. You have your daughter, your son. I know you're my favorite neighbor, my bro. Yes, Arca's clean and sober. Okay, you guys. So let's go ahead and now, moderators, go ahead and take over the chat as I will now take a look at ticker symbol PDPG officially. We're gonna start this for Roberto Gonzalez. Roberto. So Rob, does anybody call you Rob? Do you speak English like that to where your friends are like, Rob, what's up, bro? Rob, what's up? Lucky you, Caribbean. I'll make sure to add it to the list, my bro. I still have a few tickers to look after, okay, my dude. But if I don't get to it today, I will absolutely look at it in the next stream, okay? So let me just see. So that was APRN for I literally already forgot who asked me that. Man, APRN. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm already ahead of the game. I was asking the moderators to look at that. So, jeez, lucky you, Caribbean. What's up, man? So yeah. So let's see. Lucky you, APRN. It's on the list now, my friend. Okay. So like I said, if I can't get to it, I'll make sure to cover it later on. Okay. So. Now, mods, go ahead and take over that. Of course, Mark, not a problem, my dude. I acknowledge you all the time. Thank you so much for your support, my dude. I really appreciate you. So yeah, mods, go ahead and now take over it as I will officially start PDPG at, what time is it? 11:13 p.m. So let me go ahead and note that down for the timestamps later on. So 11:13 p.m. And that's going to be PDPG. Get back to work. All right, guys. So this is going to be, I haven't prepared anything, just like I always, per the tickers that I don't prepare. So let's look at the daily first. Okay, so we can see that obviously there's no price action in the aftermarkets. So let's go ahead and note first our areas of psychological components. Okay, so we can see clean that we have a huge gap up, and that would be now not including this right here. Okay, because the price action has come down a bit to cover some of that gap. And the gap is located between about 2 zeros and 15 to about 2 zeros and 21. Definitely keep that in mind, okay? What I am noticing here is that we could be in the process of a breakout from pennant, or actually, no, actually this is definitely a descending triangle. So I'm going to show you, and it looks like we're already in that breakout process. We're already testing the newly converted resistance into support. Like I said, guys, I can see this like without, I can see this without effort, right? So you'll get there. So now the reason why we don't always take into consideration the highest candle is because a lot of the times this is a psychological component. Okay, this is sometimes FOMO. It is a panic buy, panic sell. So sometimes we don't take these things into consideration because they won't function as such, or they won't function well. Okay, so now we go ahead and make that horizontal line towards the bottom of the descending triangle, and now you can see what I'm seeing. Okay, now you can absolutely see that we have officially broken out. We have come back and tested that newly converted resistance into support, and it looks like we may actually try to test it one more time, but we're gonna go ahead and validate that. Okay, please know that the price objective for descending triangle can be found by taking a trend line from the hypotenuse of the triangle, which is the top area or the highest point of the triangle, to the lowest point. Okay, in this case we can take this trend line and apply it to the area of breakout, which is this candle iteration from January 10th. We apply it to that point of breakout, and you can see that the price objective per the formation is taking us to about 2 cents, 2.55, so 0.255. Okay, so now if we look just historically, let's just look to see if there's any. Oh wow! So yeah, there's a lot of places now. In this case, because the price action is so slow, and there's a lot of these tiny little candles here that didn't move. It was just literally at a standstill motion. We can now change the candle structure to Heikin Ashi so that we can see how the price action has been moving. Okay, so like this. All right. So now you can see Heikin Ashi candles filling in all the spaces, and let's make a trend line from the price objective of the descending triangle and see just how confluent it is with price action. Okay, please notice we're absolutely all over this. So the span between this area here of the candle from December 7th, 2015, we actually used this as support all the way to May 6, 2019. Okay, so this is literally years of support. So it's very much an area of inflection. Okay, so these are important things to notice when we're trading. Okay, you guys. So and also historically, I told you guys that my edge comes in from historical values. So and also PPG has faced one split, and that was back in 2009. It was 1 to 100. Okay. All right, so and very, very interesting price action happening here, as it is a type of a scale up ladder. Okay, so sometimes this is not the most bullish thing in the world, because what we can see also is the potential of building an ascending channel. Okay, which sometimes those ascending channels can actually face a type of failures, or you know, just we have to just watch what we're doing, right? So I'm going to go ahead and adjust this channel as, you know, appropriately here, but I want you to just know that I am looking at it in a very discretionary manner, and as we all should, right? Because we need to get our discretion up first before we can start to get into the more complicated things. Okay, you guys. So in this case, yes, I am seeing absolutely that we have started an ascending channel. And we have now tested it. Let's see, this is probably a bull trap. So this was test 1, test 2 of the resistance, and we have since come back down, and this still has a space to continue to the upside. Okay, so if the price objective of 2 cents, 255 is realized, we would now have an area of what I would consider a discretionary resistance. Okay, so it would be potentially, like, let me see, it's actually per these candles here. I'm looking at these candles. Sorry guys, I know sometimes I don't speak and I just keep to myself, but I would actually see that there is massive confluence with all this and the top resistance of the channel itself. So so that 2 zeros and 9.5, pretty much 1 cent, could actually end up with about a 3 cent or 3.69 take profit. Okay, so this is very discretionary, remember. So now let's load up our moving averages and momentum so that we can see if that upside is absolutely viable or not. Okay, so I'm not seeing too much relevance with the simple moving averages. We can see that we are using the 10-day simple moving average now as a form of support. We are bouncing right off it. Let me just zoom in just a little bit so you can see what I mean. Right over here, you can see that SMA 10 right below the price action. We converted it into that support, and we are now coming back to test it to, you know, see if we can continue on to the upside. The possibility of coming back down to retest the triangles, newly converted resistance into support, is pretty great, because we do have the SMA 50 right down here, which could essentially move right on to that support area upon the next daily candle iteration. Lots of indecision. We have a huge spinning top doji right over here, so it looks like the buyers and sellers are a little confused as to what may be happening. Okay, so we have to take that into heavy consideration, as that can sometimes lead to the downside, to make it safe and just make sure that this is a valid form of support before continuing on to the upside. Okay, so now let's load up momentum, and it's going to be through ARC RSI. Okay, so the daily time frame is suggesting a downside, and it looks limited, which is very much in confluence of what, or in accordance of what I'm talking about with retracing just a little bit. Let's go to the immediate short term. So let's look at the 30-minute. A little bit of sideways action on the 30-minute. Let me go to micro time frames and see if there's anything there. Still sideways. So let's just jump up to the bi-hourly and see what it has to say. Okay, downside on the bi-hourly, this is good. 6-hour downside, and now this is also suggesting a limited downside as well. Okay, so very much in correlation with the daily. So now let's go ahead and move up to the 12-hour, actually, not the 8-hour. And yeah, the 8-hour is suggesting that downside limitation as well, from the 14-day moving average right below us. Okay, so now let's move up to the daily. Okay, short-term downside. Now that pivot is actually starting to minimize. It's not so aggressive to the downside. 3-day is suggesting the upside. Okay, so now we can see that we are potentially going to find some consolidation and or some sideways trading, consolidation and or some bearish trading, potentially to test this area of support at. We're going to take a fib and verify that just in a quick sec. and the upside is also showing to be limited based on it being limited to that 3-day. Okay, so if we're going to suggest an upside continuation, it may actually be after that touch of the support at the bottom. Let's go ahead and now take a fib and imply that potential. Okay, so we're going to take a Fibonacci retracement tool from the swing low to the swing high in an inverse manner of the last candle or daily candle print. Okay, so we can see that we do have that one spot 272 at 2 zeros and 77, which is very much in confluence with the newly converted resistance into support of the formation itself. Okay, please know that the SMA 50 is down here, located at 73. So now we have a range. Okay, this is going to be the area that I'm looking at for reaccumulation, and I'm going to ask for you not to get faked out when you do see a bounce from this SMA 10. Okay, when you see a bounce from this SMA 10 here, we're likely going to come back up and test the current highs or the not 618 at 102 before a continuation to the downside, and eventually touching down at that 2073 to 2077. Okay, so after this touch, we can actually see the potential of us touching the final take profit at about 254, and it may actually be under that. Okay, so it could be in confluence to these candle highs over here. So at dead 2 cents. Okay, so meaning sell early before the top target is reached, because a lot of people tend to do that. Okay, so that is what I'm looking at for ticker symbol PDPG for Roberto Gonzalez. Thanks, man. Appreciate you, my bro. Appreciate that donation so much. I hope I answered your concern or your questions correctly, right? So we're going to officially end this at 11:24 p.m. Let's go ahead and now move on to the next ticker. That's going to be for Sebastian Wolf, ticker symbol WULF. Everything is looking good, you guys. Chat, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Okay, you guys. Lots of links in the description below for you to consider joining the Discord trading community. Also, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. And yeah, guys, for you BBIG followers, I will be on a space call. I've been asked to be a speaker to explain the statistics behind the trade. Particularly to the BBIG ticker, right? So I'm going to be speaking at 8 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow on Twitter. On the BBIG video that I posted up just a couple hours ago, I put that link. I actually don't know if I put that link there, but I'll go ahead and update the post. But you can find that on Twitter and on my Twitter, of course, at Arca Bulls, and you can also find in the video post in Discord that I did post that Twitter link, but I'll go ahead and update it. Okay, you guys, so definitely visit me tomorrow on Twitter Spaces. I'm going to be speaking for BBIG and statistics. All right, you guys, so yeah, let's go ahead and now move on to the next ticker. Thank you, my bro, says Roberto Gonzalez. My bro, of course. Not a problem, my dude. I appreciate your support so much, my dude. Thank you for your donation. I can't express how appreciative I am of that. Okay, so Sebastian Wolf, you are looking at ticker symbol. Sebastian Lim. Sorry, dude. You're looking at ticker symbol Wolf, right? Already losing my mind up in here, you guys. Stop the crap. Let's go ahead and see what Edit 2 has to offer. I do have some preloads of Wolf, so hopefully we can get to see them. Okay, so wow, we ended up landing right at the top of my resistance, so it rejected just as we expected. Good stuff. All right, so the upside is still actually apparent. Wow, the upside is still going. Man, okay, so remember that this play is actually in sympathy to the BTC ticker, Bitcoin, okay? So if you are following Bitcoin, definitely know that we are still on an upward trend, and I think that there's a potential pullback coming in, but it's not going to be forever, and I definitely think that we can continue to the upside for the next few weeks, to be perfectly frank. Okay, so yes, we did stop right at that area that we have as a resistance. So very nice price action. So now that we know, and we already have the play already in mind, right? So we noticed that we were in this symmetrical triangle here. The upside projected, or the upside objective is located at about $1.22, of which we noticed days and days ago. Okay, so this is still an area of interest. And why is that a very important area of interest? Well, we're riding that broadening descending wedge, just like everything else is in the world. Okay, so we have that test number 1, 2, and 3 of the resistance, followed by that capitulation event. Now we have rejected from the bottom here where we were looking at and have continued that upside, and potentially we're going to face that upside into the true attempt of breakout, which is test number 4. Okay, so upon breaking out and touching up on that 4.618 $1.21 level that we've been speaking of, I expect a retracement to come back, and per the playbook rules, we're going to go ahead and confirm this or validate the newly converted resistance into a support before a continuation onto the upside. And please remember that the take profit per the playbook rules of this broadening descending wedge is located dead at $2 at the genesis of the formation itself. Okay, not saying he's going to go there. I'm just telling you that that's the way the formation typically gets traded. Okay, so and now upon the you can actually see that it's very much in confluence with the 3.618 at 196. So we do have that 196 to $2 range as a final resistance. This is likely to touch potentially a couple weeks from now, maybe 3 weeks. Okay, alongside BTC's sympathy run to the upside. Okay, so if BTC starts to capitulate, this will also sell off. Okay, so it is important for us to keep in mind the BTC asset as well. You're very lucky, Sebastian Lim, that I've already seen the ticker for BTC. It is going to face maybe a pullback in the immediate short-term time frame, but it's not a permanent. It's not a retracement. I'm sorry. It's not a reversal. It's just a retracement, a temporary pullback before a continuation onto the upside. So you may actually see some fluctuations within WULF. You may actually even see a gap down or a gap up per the spot price action of BTC, okay, as the CME futures for Bitcoin will open up later on, okay, you guys, upon the traditional equities market open. Okay, so let's go ahead and refer to momentum, and we still have an upside suggestion per the daily time frame RSI, still very aggressive to the upside. Let's go ahead and see if we do have that pullback coming in at the 30-minute. Yes, we do. Okay, so the 30-minute is suggesting what I literally just said. Pullback, let's see, to the bi-hourly. Bi-hourly suggesting a small pullback as well. We can actually see that the 14-day moving average is right at the border between the bull weakness and the bull strength. This is likely an area to find a support before a continuation to the upside. Very good. Let's go ahead and look at the 6-hour now. The 6-hour is now that break point. So just like I said, temporary pullback. Potentially mid-morning to the mid-morning session into the half-day session tomorrow. Followed by a continuation to the upside is just a reaccumulation period, and continuing on per the 6-hour RSI or momentum suggestion. Okay, so yeah, so now the 12-hour upside, daily upside, we have the bi-daily upside, 3-day upside. My goodness, man. So 5-day and weekly has upside too. Very likely going to be a continuation, just like I said in the past 2, maybe 3 times I've covered this. The upside is still very much in play here, and I am looking at a topside target of about, like I said, at about 122 or 121 per the 4.618, and between the 4.236 of 175 to the 4.618 at 121. I'm sorry. What is that? 117, sorry, 4.236 and 4.618 at 121. That would be my overall take profit before a retracement and finding the newly converted resistance into support as a viable area of support before that continuation onto the upside. Okay, you guys, so definitely know that ticker symbol WULF is very much bullish. Reaccumulation can be tomorrow. Know that I'm not a financial advisor. And take whatever I do show and iterate as just a form of entertainment. Okay, so where can we find that pullback to be? Okay, so if we can just take into account the aftermarket trading activity, it closed at 87.15 versus the 88 flat at market close. Okay, so yeah, very much, very, very, very likely we can see. Well, you know what? I'm not just going to give it to you in a discretionary manner. I'll also include some geometry into it. Okay, so we'll take that swing low to the swing high of the previous 12-hour iteration, and we can see that the 1.272 located at 79.88, pretty much 80 cents, could be that area of of reaccumulation. Okay, so now if we just load up the SMAs, let's see if anything below us. Yeah, okay, so now we have a range. The SMA 50 located at right at the 1 fib, actually, where we have at 82.98, just about 83 cents. Okay, that'll be our range, 83 cents to about 79.88, or you know, 80 cents, right? That would be our area of reaccumulation before a bounce and a continuation to the upside. And that's literally how we've been doing it. We've been actually seeing these little areas of a bounce, rejection of a bounce, and then rejection of a bounce, and then rejection. My goodness. So that's how it goes, guys. It just goes like zigzags, okay? The markets go up, they go down, and we just have to see what the probabilities in between are, you know, what they're saying, okay? So we factor them in, and then we make a conscious decision, a responsible decision, and then we go up to the upside or the downside, okay? It doesn't matter, but ticker symbol WULF is looking very bullish nonetheless. So I'm going to go ahead and end ticker symbol WULF now. I actually don't even remember what time I started, but it's okay. We have 11:33 p.m. on ticker symbol WULF at ending, okay? So now we're going to go ahead and move on to that ticker symbol FNGR, okay? So that's also going to be Sebastian Lim. What's up, my buddy? All right, good stuff, good stuff. So Cal L is saying, if you get stuck in a high position and volume goes to historical turtle pace, that'll suck. Absolutely, it will suck. And at that point, like, that actually forces a lot of longs to stay. 1124 WULF, Mark, thanks, bro. That really means a lot, man. Thank you so much. So that is 11:24 p.m. Ticker symbol WULF, and then ended at 11:33. Perfect, man. Thank you, bro. Yeah. So getting stuck at a position like that, like the way moderator Cal is saying, at that point, I would honestly start to consider minimizing risk potentially by 50%. If I do have some sense of conviction in the play, you know, it depends. It really depends on the conviction of your play, right? So if you're stuck to a very low volume, that means that the markets are probably at consolidation, the broader markets, right? The sentiment is also pensive and waiting for a type of fundamental catalyst to come in. So it's important to then start looking into the company details and fundamentally speaking, right? So in this case, I would consider looking into those fundamentals, but I typically am not a fundamental analyst whatsoever. In fact, when and if I do get stuck at that turtle pace volume, I would then start look at historical values of momentum or volatility, and also consolidation periods, and start taking the iterations or the sample data or the sample sets to create a data average based on consolidation periods, historically speaking, of the particular time frame in which the asset is trading. I know, a huge mouthful, but it's very important for us to consider the amount of probabilities and possibilities, and you know, just get creative with things for you to look at. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, so that was it for ticker symbol WULF. And now we're going to go ahead and move on to ticker symbol FNGR. Okay, so now, Sebastian, could you answer me in a very honest manner? Has the price action been following what I've been saying for ticker symbol FNGR? I'm curious, my friend. Please let me know in a very honest manner. I do not want you to color it, because I tend to, you know, I just want you to know that I really mean well. I'm not trying to get you stuck in anything, okay? So just please answer me the question: have I been able to give you viable answers or whatever per your FNGR suggestions? I want to know. If I have been consistent. Okay, Sebastian Lim says, "Finger, you predicted flat movement, so it has happened." Okay, well, that's good to know. So now, yeah, I want to look at a few things here, and I think it was, let's see. Yeah, let's look at this one right over here for ticker symbol FNGR. So thank you, Sebastian. Really appreciate you, my dude. I know every single time I open this ticker, I gotta freaking open up a couple. I'm just gonna start making one live version, so I know that I can just continue from there, right? So I'm not sure if oh man. Yeah, this was, oh, I'm remembering. And so Beso Amy saying, yep, I sold at loss, done waiting. So, oh, okay. So it was, I've been predicting sideways then. So for sure. So Sebastian Lim saying, but does it seem like BBWP and stock momentum or the stochastic momentum seems to be playing out on the 3-day? On the 3-day, this was the one that I was looking at on the 3-day. Okay, so let me just go ahead and load up BBWP, which is volatility, and verse it with momentum. Okay, so yeah, it is. And I remember touching on this. We do have that nice oval here, which is usually expected. Okay, but the thing is to keep in mind is that the retracement or the firing of the signal is not, which is right about here when the stochastics start to pivot towards the upside. It's not happening from the critical area or the critical volatility zone, which would be at about 90%. Okay, so you can see that it's starting that pivot from below it. So this is now a different type of backtest of which I haven't done. So you would then have to, this is particularly difficult because you would now have to run a backtest of volatility within 77 to 84 percentile contraction versus momentum at particularly expansion from 2.91%. Okay, so at that point, this is a very difficult backtest is what I'm saying. Okay, so this is it's not I wouldn't consider doing a backtest like that because first of all, it doesn't even look like you have many iterations. You have one iteration here, and there is downside, so that's not a good iteration. And you have another iteration, arguably this one here, but it also has downside. So you're looking at a one-of-one situation. So this would be considered its own black swan. Okay, so this is not a viable backtest for you to do since there is not enough historical value or historical price action for us to consider into a backtest. And man, I mean, usually I would consider the 70. You know, even if you look at a backtest iteration count of about even 50 or even 40, you know what I mean? But ideally it would be 70, 80, 90, you know what I mean? But even 50 would be good. You know what I mean? So definitely know that this is still suggesting upside. Momentum is absolutely suggesting upside. But please remember that momentum has a 75% to 90% a hit rate in guessing the asset's direction. So remember, there is that offset that is not perfect all the time. So meaning that price action may still suggest, momentum may still suggest upside while price action is going down. This may be one of those situations. Who knows? Okay, so let's go ahead and now look at ticker symbol FNGR, officially starting at 11:40 p.m. If anybody actually wanted to take into consideration what I just did first. Actually, you know what? Mark Roach, 11:35, I'm going to use it. That was a lot of good information that I just provided for ticker symbol FNGR. So yeah, let's go ahead and continue it and see what we have. I know I have another chart over here that we should consider for the price action. Still very much in the breakout area of this continuation pattern. So what we're looking at here is a falling wedge, and usually falling wedges are continuation patterns to the upside, particularly after an upside thrust. Okay, so in this case, we did face a lot of consolidation here, a lot of downside, but then it actually broke out, and everything has been pensive for literally the last 2, 4, 6, maybe even 9 days of just nothing. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what it has to offer for us yet again. Okay, so let me get rid of, no, I'm not going to get rid of volatility. It's okay. And volatility is still suggesting that upside per the buy daily as well. And I remember I actually, this was the one that I lost my my metrics, huh? Yeah, I remember. I hate it. All right. Anyway, so let's look at the immediate short-term time frame for the RSI in particular. Okay, so RSI in the 30-minute suggesting upside. It has made a fresh cross above the 14-day moving average, which is actually something bullish. Okay, let's move up to the buy hourly. Buy hourly looks like it may have a limited upside now. Let's look at the 6 hour. So the 6 hour is suggesting upside and is now at the border between the bull weakness and the bull strength, suggesting that upside continuation. Okay. Oh my goodness, I remember this one, man. Not enough of a strong pivot on that 12-hour to the upside, however, still upside. Again, with this not enough of a strong pivot, I remember exactly what we were looking at. It was literally suggesting around the same things the last time too. And 3 days suggesting barely an upside. Man. Okay, so we're facing an immediate short-term range again. Okay, so ticker symbol FNGR is yet again stuck. And if we can look at the projections here, there is nothing more special than literally this range that I'm going to give you right now, okay? So it would potentially be between the closing and openings of these candles over here, okay? So potentially short-term pump to about $4.21, followed by a retracement back down to about $3.88 and continuing this even still. Okay, Zephyrum coming into chat. What's up, Arca and friends? Heard this is where all the cool kids are hanging out. Definitely so, man. You found the right lunch table, my dude. Good to see you, Zephyrum. Hope everything is well, my dude. And I wish you well always, my dude. So yeah, you guys, so this is what I'm looking at for ticker symbol FNGR. Still stuck in this limbo here. I think there's still... It's potentially still waiting for some type of catalyst. This is literally what Cal was talking about a little earlier. You're welcome, Sebastian. Cal was talking about getting stuck at low volume. This is literally it. This is where I would have already considered a potential topside range, liquidating my position or minimizing 50% portfolio at about $4.21, maybe even $4.19 before trading continuous sideways action here, okay? But if you're significantly in the money, I guess I can understand why. Now, it depends on where you're. I'm not going to touch on that, okay? Because that's really up to you, personally, to you, okay? So, yeah, so this is now the end of ticker symbol FNGR. And what was that ending time? 11:44 p.m. Okay, Sebastian, you're very welcome, my dude. I'm happy that I was able to provide that information, and I am very thankful for your donation, my friend. Thank you so much. I am trying to get through these tickers as best as I can. Okay, you guys. So I think I have room for maybe 2 more tickers, guys. Let's go ahead and look at ticker symbol PRTY and see what it has to offer. I know we've covered that one before as well. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it was the last last live stream that we looked at, right? I'm actually not sure when we did look at it. So let's see. So let's look at this one right over here and see what it has to offer. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, you guys, so please go ahead and moderators take a look at the chat as I will continue on the analysis here. Okay, so ticker symbol PRTY is still following those. Wait, hold on just a second. I'm going to officially start this at 11:45 p.m. and things are looking good. Okay, perfect. So Kareem, ticker symbol PRTY. Yeah, we were talking about this the last time, my dude, and I definitely talked about 2 potential zones of actual bounces. So it did actually bounce in our support zone, and now actually on our way to our second area. Please know that you do have the 1 spot 618 right at that 28.58. So this could be a likely area to find a short-term bounce followed by a test of our current highs or current lows, right? Which would be located at the 2 fib 31.77. I mean, the 4-hour RSI is already suggesting that downside. Let's go shorter time frames. Let's look at the 30-minute for ticker symbol party. Okay, so I mean, the 30-minute is already in. Oh yeah, okay. This is pretty bearish, guys. So we are using the 14-day simple moving average as a viable area of resistance and a guide towards the downside. Please know that we've now reached a credible area of the bear strength percentile right down here, so we are likely to continue to the downside in the immediate short term. 15-minute also suggesting downside. You can see a type of regression happening here as well. We're also using that 14-day moving average as a form of resistance and a guide. So let's move on to the bi-hourly and see what it has to offer. Bi-hourly aggressive downside, okay? So now the 6 hour is suggesting aggressive downside as well. Fresh cross beneath the 14-day simple moving average, which is only suggesting a continuation to the downside. Okay, hold on just a sec, because I do see that 1.618 is very much likely happening tomorrow. Okay, so now the 12 hour is suggesting a limited downside, which is very much in accordance of what I'm talking about before a bounce. Okay, so let's see the buy daily. Buy daily has a similar read of a limited downside. Okay, and now weakening downside. Okay, so my goodness, we may face the 5-day has an upside, and so does the weekly, and so does the buy. Okay. I see what you're doing. It's a little tricky. I get you. All right, so this is what I'm looking at, guys. We're going to face a short-term bounce from the 1.618 in the immediate short-term time frame, literally suggesting maybe tomorrow or the following day. We're going to face a bounce from this, test our current highs at about the 2 fib at about 31.77 or 32.04, followed by consolidation and then a potential upside yet again, and the upside is going to be limited, okay? So the upside into a week or 2 weeks from now, I can't really tell. Okay. But what I am seeing is for sure that I'm not saying for sure. What I'm seeing is the 2.618 at about 38.92, maybe 36.92. Sorry, about 37 cents into maybe mid next week. Not the week that we're in right now, but the following week. Okay. So this is going to face some downside first. Potential wick even down to the 1.272 flash recovery. That 1.272 is at about 25.69. We can face that downside to this. We'll recover all the way up to our range lows right now, and then we can actually consolidate for a little bit and then move on to the upside to potentially the 3.618 at about the range would actually be at the SMA 50. Between 42 cents and about 45.27. So that's essentially what I'm looking for. Okay, the range would be like this. Yeah, 41.61 to 45.27 would be that overall range that I'm looking for after. This is after, okay? This is days later. So definitely in the short-term time frame down here to the 1.618, even a potential wick down to the 25.69, okay? And that recovery is going to take some time for us to get up here, okay? So the volume needs to come in because even the sell volume is down to a minimum. And now the buy volume, of course, it's probably going to be at a minimum too. All right, you guys, so that is it for ticker symbol PRTY ending at 1149. Very good stuff. I like that we had that already prepared. Okay, so guys, I'm going to go ahead and now cover our last ticker, and that's going to be ticker symbol GNS, as I know that I've been getting a lot of requests for that ticker. My goodness, what have we done so far, you guys? We have covered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 tickers thus far. This is going to be ticker number 14 and our last one for the night. So ticker symbol GNS. Okay, that's going to be for Chris. So Chris, I hope you're still in here, but nonetheless, you can actually still refer back to the timestamps that I will post on later through the night, right, you guys? So, yeah, I actually don't have a preload on this one. So, yeah, Zephram, I actually prepared. Zephram is saying, wow, 13 tonight already, crazy. Not a problem, Chris. So, Zeph, I actually prepared 8 of the tickers before we started. So, because of request, right? So, there were a few of them that I couldn't get to the last the last live ticker that we looked at. So I prepared them ahead of time, and that's why I am able to cover so many today. So now Cal L is saying, yeah, that's a lot of work. 13 tickers, outstanding. Dude, you can actually hear my voice right now. It's slightly going away, right? Take a quick sip of that Gatorade and now move on. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and load up. I'm going to start off the analysis officially 11:51 p.m. 11:50. Mark Roach, thank you so much, my bro. And that is going to be ticker symbol GNS. Okay, now Mark, I know you still have that ticker symbol AMV. I'll look at it for you. Okay, potentially even maybe even tonight. Okay, I just have to get to my toddler as it's already approaching midnight, and my wife has to get to sleep. Okay, so yeah, because tomorrow's work day. Tomorrow's a work day, my dude. Yeah, not a problem, my dude. I just want you to know that I'm not forgetting about you. That's essentially what I want you to know, okay? So GNS, wow, I thought I just deleted everything. Come on now. Okay, Genius Group Limited, NYSE Arca. Okay, so very interesting. Oh, there's no way that started the trading there. Let me see historically, when did it actually start trading? I hated that sometimes. Like, come on, Trading View, give me that glitch. Let's see. Guys, did this really start just trading recently on April 22nd, 2022? Yeah, it looks like it. Wow, April 12th, 2022 was our IPO. Nice. Okay. So, yeah, let's go ahead and now start it off with the daily, sorry, knowing that we do have that April start. Okay, so interesting situation here happening. Okay, I hate actually this already played out. So please notice what happened here. Just like this, we're gonna go ahead and take we're gonna take our cup like this, and this was actually our handle right over here. And let's go ahead and take a trend line from the top of the cup to the lowest point of the cup, right? And now we apply it to the handle, and you can see that it actually met the cup and handle. So this actually played out very nicely, okay? So now, what could be happening here? Because that sell-off is absolutely expected per the real typical trading rules of a cup and handle, okay? So actually, I can see that it was slightly off, and now I can adjust it a little bit. So even closer to the target, right? This played out very nice. So let's go ahead and open up our moving average and momentum and see what we have in store for the ticker, okay? As I don't see any apparent formation happening here other than the potential, I don't even want to call that either, because I was going to say that there is a potential descending channel here, but it may be a bit forced, okay? So this is essentially what I'm... No, even so, yeah. No, this is not working out. Okay, yeah, I don't see any apparent formation here, but it looks like we may be in the process of creating another one. But let's see what we got with the moving averages. So we already have a rejection. So this bounce happened, of course, more than likely. Let's go to the 12-hour. And see what happened here. Okay, so 46.50. Let's look at the daily, and 47.40. So it dropped even a little more. And yeah, we've already used that SMA 50 as a point of support before a bounce here. So this may actually still continue to the downside. We do have the SMA 10 located at about 38.48. But let me load up now some exponentials. I need the 7 period and the 30 period exponentials. So there we go. We have the EMA 7 at 40.83. Okay, so that could potentially help us for a bounce, as we already used the 30-day exponential and the 50-day simple. Okay, so let's load up momentum now, and it's going to be through RSI. So let's look at what we have for ticker symbol GNS. It's still suggesting upside on the daily, but let's see the immediate short term. There may be pullbacks. We have some immediate resistance at the 14-day simple. Okay, so that may actually be short-lived, and we could actually face some retracement. Okay, so now the buy hourly is this pivot is not. This pivot is not credible, and also know that it's landing right in the we're right in the shallow areas of the bull strength percentile, which means that we can likely find a gravitational pull, find that support from that 14-day simple, and then a continuation to the upside. Okay, so downside suggestion on the 6-hour, that's not making me curious just yet. So the upside is starting in the 12-hour. Let's see how far we're gonna go. 3 days still suggesting upside, and that is about all information we have. Maybe some upside on the 5-day. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have to come back to that area that I was just talking about. Let me go ahead and look at the daily one more time. We could potentially. Oh my goodness, man, this is very tough because the information is very limited. Okay, I hate it when we don't have enough historical value. Retracement can be found in the middle, maybe in the mid-morning or the middle of the session tomorrow, and that retracement is very likely to touch down. We'll match it with fibs, actually. Let's go ahead and take a fib retracement from the swing low to the swing high of the current candle and see what we have. Okay, so I would give you a range of absolute support. Okay, so man, this is going to be kind of a large range, but know that there are middle sections in between the range. Okay, so EMA 7 to the 1.272 would be that area to reaccumulate before a continuation onto the upside. This may not even reach these levels. Okay, so I'm talking about best case scenario, we can reload at that 40.85 before a bounce to the upside and continue on to the upside for several days. Okay, so the downside is not as clear as it is on other tickers here. Okay, so this is why I'm saying to please watch out, because there could be the opportunity to miss out. Okay, so don't take FOMO on this. Okay, because if you don't know the play, if you don't know what this is about, then don't trade it. There are other plays that you can always look at. Okay. Wasn't there another education play recently? Can't remember at the ticker. Yeah, bro, I think there was. I don't remember which one it was either, as this is the 14th one. My goodness. But I know there was one where I was like, okay, I think it was FNGR. I think it was finger. But anyway, so yeah, I'm looking at a reaccumulation phase here. And if I can get closer, I don't like to usually do this, like to try to take into consideration the last, the shorter term time frame candles. Okay, so I'll do it in this case just to see what we have. Okay, so GNS can expect reloading. Let's see. So yeah, that is still confluent to what we were talking about, huh? So we're looking at about 40.79, right? And now let's go back to the buy hourly, and 40.49, 1.272. That's literally where I was talking about. So best case scenario would be the 38.65 or 38.85, almost 39 cents. So 39 to about 40.5 cents. That would be around the area that I would look at for a reaccumulation phase before a continuation to the upside. And I think that this is actually going to continue to the upside for several days. Okay, as there is again, I don't have enough historical value to know, but if we're going to look at upside targets based on where we are now from this current candle, I guess we can, but it's not the best way to do it. Okay, so upon reaccumulation from the lower area of about 40 cents, and let's see that we can actually see this eventually reaching in a few days, maybe even into next week, 63 to about 69 cents. I see why GNS is actually so popular. This thing actually still has some upside to go. Very cool stuff. And know that the target that I'm giving you right now is smack in the middle we have the candle iteration from November 30th, 2022, right in the middle of the 1.618 and 1.272. If we're looking at 2 weeks from now, maybe 3 weeks, then we can utilize the candle wick high of this iteration here to about this weird little void that we had when price action was really selling off, which is also in confluence with the 2.272 and the 2.618. And actually just to that candle high, or right over here to the candle closure of it. So the second take profit, maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks from now, 81 to about 89 cents. Okay, so yeah, this is not a problem. I mean, it's looking bullish, right? So Save Pop Culture is saying, could GNS be forming a second cup and handle? Now, I wouldn't particularly pay attention to that. I would pay attention to momentum more. But if we are looking at that, then this can be a type of accumulation phase, or what Elliott wave theory calls as Elliott wave cycles. Okay, so that would be something like I don't even have a pen to draw, but yeah, it's essentially doing this thing like this, right? So, and then in doing so, it would eventually create an ascending wedge, and then it would actually face a huge retracement back to test maybe even the current highs after maybe, I don't know, I'm talking about a month from now, maybe even at the 3.618 at $1.04. So this has a lot of good times to the upside still. Okay, so be very careful with this ticker, as I know it's lucrative. It's 47 cents only. I know a lot of people are eyeballing this, but I need you to be very careful, okay? Because sometimes people get trapped in these and they just sell off. You're going to get caught in the itch. You never want to get caught in the itch. Okay, you guys? That was me officially ending ticker symbol GNS at 12:01 a.m. landing. My goodness, 14 tickers total today, you guys. Everybody, thank you so much for your donations. I absolutely appreciate that from each and every one of you. Again, you guys, definitely catch up with me tomorrow at the Space Call, as I've been invited to be a guest speaker for the BBIG asset. Okay, you guys, we're going to be talking on some pretty cool information there and statistics and stuff like that. Okay, so yeah, so I still have you on the list, Yusuf. I just can't cover it today as there were so many requests that came in before you, my friend, but I absolutely have you on the list for the next ticker. Okay, so that's going to be Yusuf or Nia, the way that you have your handle, right? So that's going to be ticker symbol ATXI. Okay, we'll look at that as well. I know a lot of people are asking about that, so I may actually just do a whole video on it, okay, because a lot of people are requesting it. So maybe I'll just actually pull out a whole thread of analysis tomorrow. All right, so yeah, definitely, Yusuf, I absolutely appreciate you, Mr. Zur. Good to see you in the chat. I know that I haven't actually caught up with everybody, so now just know that I'm seeing you. Okay, so Zephram saying, what time is the space call? Could you link us on Discord, on Twitter? Yes, I actually at everyone the BBIG video. So on the BBIG release on the official thread, definitely take a look at the space link right there. It's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern time, okay? So I'm going to be talking about the BBIG call. We're going to be talking about some statistics and strategies regarding the video that I put up today. Samantha saying some phenomenal work. Thank you so much. George T, thank you so much. Have a good night. Jimmy Sams, you guys are all so amazing. Thank you so much. And so, yeah, guys, that's going to do it for tonight. I am very happy to have caught up with all these tickers tonight. My goodness. Mark Roach, we'll definitely get through that ticker AMB, all right, my guys? But anyway, you guys, I wish you all a very good night. And please be safe in the markets tomorrow. Turbulent times coming in, okay? So I wish you well, a very good night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana.